Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. Today's Flank episode is presented by the Xfinity 10G Network. Big shout out to them. Chat, doesn't matter if you're gaming, streaming, competing. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the fastest connection with the least interruption. Make sure to show some love to Xfinity for presenting today's show. So huge shout out to the Xfinity 10G Network. Of course, we're joined
I wish I had them right now, Tom.
Yeah, Slay. I don't know where you are. You're in the depths right now in some
Yeah, I'm in the
nice little hotel room. Where are you right now, Slay?
I'm traveling, Tom. I'm a world traveler. But
you're
I am
on
on the hotel Wi-Fi, and I could really use some Xfinity 10G, Tom.
Yeah, nah, we definitely need to get that Xfinity 10G network over to Patrick Price, of course. But hey, Pat, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. Welcome. We got Patrick Price, aka Aches. We got the executive producer. Benji Nassim, shout out to Benji Nassim. And then we got a couple special guests in the building. We got Don Dada, make it rain, in a building. Give it up for Donnie Temp. What's going on, Don?
I'm chilling, man. But we're not making rain no more. We're Firefly, man. On Firefly
now.
man.
Firefly, new single out now. Yeah. Go check it out if you haven't already. And then, of course, we got Mr. Eli, Mr. Stany in the building. Stany, what's happening, kid?
What's good, man? Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Appreciate you, Eli. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing, beautiful, powerful mothers out there. Donnie, I even heard you in your interview, man. The world goes round with all the amazing, powerful mothers out there in this world, man. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same without so many strong women out there. So huge. Shout out to all the moms, man. Happy Mother's Day. I know there's a lot of moms that actually watch the show, too. So shout out to all the moms tuning in. And watching the show. It's an absolute pleasure. Guys, welcome to The Flank. Donnie, Eli, it's always a pleasure having you guys on. You guys got a really big win today. We had some good matches. You guys are on the cusp of champs, huh? So you guys are just really like trying to lock in these W's right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm a talk. I'm a bit saucy right now, but yeah, it feels good. I heard
you're a little saucy.
It feels good. It feels good. I'm proud of the team. Me and Eli had a talk. I think I'm a little saucy, so I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Okay. So yesterday we had a good little talk, and I feel like we got more on the same page, and I just feel like today was like, I mean, we obviously would have liked to like 3-0 sweep them and just dominate them, but like today it just showed our potential, what we can do when we just play as a team and we're on the same page. So
right. Eli, how you feeling, bro?
Yeah, we still got that fight in us, like we're still here, and a lot of our series just come down to a lot of little moments, small mistakes, where I still feel like some series we could take 3-0. Some series could be like much cleaner, but we're still pulling through. And we got that fight in us.
I like that, Eli. I love that. I'll watch you get into the first one. Ben, how are you doing today? You doing all right?
Yeah, played golf this morning with Fike. We had a good time on the course. Shout out to
Fike, man. Shout out to Fike.
Was vibing. I would say today we were looking forward to this day of matches. We thought that we might get some close series. We thought we might get all 3 2s. We didn't get all 3 2s, but I think all of the series were pretty exciting, so let's dive in.
Yeah, let's dive into the first series of the day. We obviously have Vegas Legion. We got a couple of the players right now with us going up against the Minnesota Rokkr. We got a Hydro Hardpoint, LSCLO S&D, LSCLO Control, Embassy Hardpoint, Mercado Search. Donnie, Eli, I don't expect you guys to talk much about the vetoes, but I mean, Ben, Pat, anything that you guys see? Anything that catches your eye?
I mean, we talked about it before we saw this map set. I really like the first 2 maps for Vegas. I thought Control. I know Don, your team's been making improvements. Eli, your team's been making improvements, but Rocker's been really good on a CeeLo Control season, so I thought that was a map win for them. And then the last map, Mercado, was always circled for me because Vegas has been good on it all season. It's been a little bit iffy towards the last couple of times they played it, and Rokkr or whatever. So that was kind of a toss-up for me. And yeah, I mean, we'll dive right into the map 1, the Hydro. Great start for Vegas. Don, you were frying. Like, what was your mindset like going in this map when you guys were first loading in?
Donnie, you went crazy to start this map off, bro. You were going nuts. He's a little off the sauce right now, so I don't know if
Donnie... He's a lot off the sauce.
Is he a lot off the sauce? Eli, is he like twisted? How much off the sauce is Don Dada right now?
I don't know how much off the sauce, but he has a free day to get off the sauce, so I think he's going full effect.
Okay.
Well let me ask... Well, Don might be AFK, but Eli, if you want to step in, like going in this map, the Hydro, like what was your guys' mindset? What were we thinking? Starting here on good side.
We were just making sure we had a good like P1 and P2, like just having good side. You really have to capitalize on that. And I mean, as you see it here, I mean, Don just played it perfectly. We had really good pressure on the map. We didn't let anyone sneak or hit no water routes. And I mean, you saw.
Mm-hmm. I definitely want to show Donnie some love. He went crazy in the first couple hills here. You guys are actually able to get a really good start and a good side, like you said, just focusing on that. I definitely felt like you guys let up a little bit going into the P3 and the P4 because that was where they were able to bring it back a little bit. And I felt like maybe with some trolls that coming out of you guys. I mean, we had a listening coming in from Vegas Legion starting things off. So let's tune into the listening and see how the guys from Vegas were sounding.
Our rock, dead. Another one. Stunned. I'm looking over. I'm looking right window.
Nice,
two. I'm looking over top. Don, you can go top.
I'm a trophy front. I hear you.
I'm gonna
top.
He's right window. Right window, guys. One shot, Clay. One shot.
And he'll
Red room.
Front left, he'll lane down. Front left, he'll lane down.
Keep holding right.
And on the pillar, he'll dead.
Take your time, guys. Take your time.
I'm in deep. I'm spinning deep.
Out of windows.
Windows, guys.
Windows got me. Yeah, did it.
Windows.
Doing the awakening shit.
On me right side windows. Count me weak. Pushing up.
Deep right.
Left side cubby, one shot.
He's gonna be close. Cubby. Yeah, I'm in camping.
That's one in the back.
Cubby in the back. Toolbox and cubby. Right? Toolbox and cubby.
Camping P1. Front door, one shot. Front, one shot.
Tommy in the back. I'm telling you.
In the back, one shot, Cammy, one shot in the back.
Trying to say 2P1. 2P1.
Right side, left side, left side,
done.
Nice. I have a streak.
Two go left and just attack over.
I'm gonna swim right and climb up broken, okay?
Yeah, I'll go over.
No one's going left. We just said go left.
I'm gonna just get right control.
He's mid, ruins.
Tommy, That kid's weak. It's
I'm dead.
Dead. I'm gonna go. Is shooting me from curve or something?
I'm streaking.
I'm gonna go right.
Oh,
Eli,
shit.
come here.
Yo, one's behind us, P5.
All good.
All right, that's gonna do it for the listening for the Vegas Legion. So what was Donnie saying right there? Eli, go left. You wanted you guys
They
to play
ignored
left,
him.
like play dome. Why you guys ignoring Don Dada?
Yeah.
Eli, what's going on?
Don went left, and like the second he said that, in my head, like I was just already thinking water route to front broken because it's like it's a really good route on the transition.
Mm-hmm.
But since Don called that and he had a streak, I probably should have just went left, just to make sure like I'm with my team. But either way, like we call on the streak, and I wish like if you look right here at the mini map, like if I knew a little bit more where Cammy was, I'd probably kill him, and then we have like a 4v2 on this hill, and I end up not killing him. But I mean, either way, like Don's just leading the play.
Yeah,
Should've made sure we all went together.
I think it's good too that you guys were pretty level-headed in the listening. I mean, in the past we've had our own critiques about some of y'all's listenings. You know, you guys tweaking a little bit in the listenings. I mean, how do you feel? You know, have you guys talked about that? Have you guys really tried to hone down on these listenings and make sure you guys are just staying composed throughout the whole map, or what?
Yeah, 100%. When it comes down to our listenings, we just hear that people rage a lot. Kind of people say we rage a lot and like lose full.
Yeah, tweaking.
So we just been really focusing on like me or Tej, if we're in the front line, like just leading the play and calling out what we want our ARs to do, and then just like making sure that if one thing goes wrong, like make sure we just stay level headed, like take a deep breath, take a sigh, let it out, and just like keep fighting. You know what I mean? Yep. And in this kind of game, like the way you win matches is whichever team makes the least amount of mistakes. So you don't want any 100%. Rage or any sign to make the next guy that spawns up like be distracted in his life or make a bad play because someone's yelling in the comms. And I mean, in those comms, it didn't seem like in some of our past comms, it sounds like everyone's just screaming all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was a little bit better of a glimpse where we were talking a lot, but it sounded like you could like understand what we were trying to accomplish, you know?
Yeah. No, 100%. I definitely want to give a shout out to TJ. First and foremost, you guys had a great P5 hold here. You guys hold pretty much a full 60 on his P5. Gives you guys a good little boost going into the second rotation. So good discipline from you guys. I know you guys came off hot in the first P2s and Minnesota kind of bounced back, but this P5 was a clean 60. So you guys got a little bit of a lead here. Then I love the route here from TJ. You see him in the water, number 8 on a mini map.
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yep, I hear you, Don Dada.
Bad.
You're back? You're back, bro?
Yeah, I'm back.
Because we were giving you some love, Don. We were showing you some gas, but you were nowhere to be found.
I'm back. My internet went out as soon as the show started, but I can't do nothing about that.
Now we're just we're obviously showing love because you went crazy off the rip, Don. You started off insane, and you're 15-6 right now. But now I'm showing some love to TJ's. We're heading into the second rotation, and I love the water out from him. He gets in behind him early. He finds a couple kills, and you guys are able to break this second P1 pretty easily off the route from TJ. So what's it like playing with TJ? I feel like TJ's really been stepping up his gameplay recently. What's the vibes been like in practice, Don?
I love Tej. I feel like I work with Tej hella well, and he like always listens, and he's been grinding S&D.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, playing with Tej is great. He just never he's never mad. He never like causes problems or like anything. He's just Tej. He's just always chilling.
Yeah.
You know?
Were you worried
Chilling,
though
bro.
today? Were you worried today
Me about who? About Tej?
about
or?
TJ? Yeah, because
No.
I mean, we know that in the Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Celtics absolutely
Destroying
had
his
the
mental,
Sixers.
bro.
I'm worried about him right now.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what y'all's match was at the same time. I didn't know if he was watching both.
This happened beforehand. TJ was trying to
Oh,
get
did
this
it?
match over with to go watch the game.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was trying. He was
exactly.
trying to slam them. He was trying to slam them
Oh,
so he
okay.
could watch the game.
I mean,
yeah.
that makes sense because Jason Tatum slammed the Sixers. So
Damn.
Yeah.
Come on, Slade.
That
It's
did
too
happen.
Soon. It's too soon, Pat. You know what I mean? But let's get back into the map a little bit. You guys get a fat lead, but Minnesota, they slowly start to bring it back. As you go into the P4, I think you guys are able to get a little bit of time here until Minnesota, they end up breaking through the front and breaking this and kind of stealing a little bit of the last 30. But it was good plays from TJ again. Minnesota, they get into this P5 at the end. I'm thinking that they might be able to bring this back here. We might be going to another set of hard points. But look at TJ again on the minimap. They don't catch it on the screen, but you can see him on a minimap. He sneaks through a window through front, and he finds 2 kills there. I don't even know how Minnesota let that happen.
They were tweaking. I wonder if they were
They
tweaking
tweaking?
Clay through that fucking nade.
Because you can see TJ. Look, TJ runs right through mid, uncontested with a sub. Just runs right through the middle of the map. Jumps in the window, shoots the guy in the side on Hill, and then Cammy
they
jumps
were
down on him,
tweaking.
and TJ pisses
Bro.
on.
Vance was tweaking because he thought some guy was coming
Yeah.
back door because he got naded.
Yeah, he started
That's-
tweaking a little bit,
that's
but
good work.
definitely some good solo plays from TJ. That's 2 hard points now where he made the route and was able to find a couple kills and break Vegas in there. So
Good timing.
yeah, good timings. He found good times, and I love the pressure. TJ challenge front, and Eli, you fill in, and the choo-choo train starts. Just filling in the gaps, and flooding the hill, just keeping that pressure on him. You guys are able to take the map number 1. So Vegas Legion, they start off the series hot. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard. Everybody negative for Minnesota except for Bands, 21 and 18. And on the other side for Vegas, everybody pulling their weight. Everybody playing really well on the Vegas side. Good team effort. Any final thoughts on a map 1, Pat, Ben? Anything?
No,
I
I
know-
thought it was. Go ahead, Pat.
I was just I know this went map 5, but I feel like this game 1 was huge for this series. Like so, then for Vegas
Yeah.
to come out and fry them, like
Yeah. Map
think
1
that
was
was a-
big. Map 1 is
it
always
was a
big.
must. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we'll head into the S&D now. We'll head in. We go to an El Asilo. S&D, what's search practice been looking like for you guys? You guys practice S&D every day or what? I'll be honest with you guys. I feel like you guys were that S&D team, but I feel like you guys have let off the gas pedal a little bit. I'm gonna say I think maybe you guys are focusing on your respawns a little bit more, or what? Or maybe people are just catching up to some of the things you're doing. I mean, what's going on here in the search?
I'll leave this down. I think we just been trying to play like a lot of S&DH and just get our little like mid-round decision making better
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And just make sure like before matches we just talk about like how we want to play off the start, because just starting off strong in S&D and like getting your deadies, getting your trophy like really helps the momentum, to be
Mhm.
honest. So we're just making sure like early game like we're just starting off strong and calling good strats.
Yeah, no, 100%. You guys had end up winning the first round here. You guys worked a little slow push. You were able to work some picks. Minnesota with a quick round to bounce back. They get a couple kills rushing over towards this A site. They worked the trades. Quick offense from them. They tied up at 1. This round here, Eli, I got you and TJ written down. I think you guys maybe should have worked this together a little bit, Eli. Like I felt like TJ went a little too fast here. Like TJ was just going. He was just
Yeah.
going nuts. And then you and obviously you're able to get there. Get the kill, you end up getting traded. But I think if you guys could have worked that together, you guys might have been able to get a little bit of a better push there. Would you agree with that or no?
Yeah, I think I don't think he just said like
twisted.
I'm working A and like kind of did it really fast before I was fully ready. So
Yeah, I like the play call, but go ahead, Ben.
My experience on just sort of Tom's initial question, like this major so far, like you guys have won 2 of the 3 game 5s. We'll get to the one in this series in a minute. You guys are like 0 for 4 in the game 2s. You think there's like a different mindset? I know game 5s obviously got a lot more on the line, but like what do you guys think the struggles are with specifically map 2 so far in the best of 5s you've played, the split?
Well, I think for one, we play some good search teams. It's not like we're just losing like the game 2 to like bums. We lost a game 2 to FaZe. And I think we lost 1 to New York, maybe.
Optic, New York, FaZe, and Rokkr.
Well, yeah, I think
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I don't think any of those teams you named are like bad search teams, and we've also lost some round 11s, except the FaZe one. The FaZe one that we lost was probably like the only one where we just got 6-1 slammed. Like the other ones, I'm pretty sure we lost the Optic round 11 game 5. lost to someone else round 11. Like,
New York was game round 11 as well. Yeah, on Mercado.
yeah, I mean, round 11s at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, we could have did a lot of things better, but like they just clutched up and we didn't. I don't think it's like a super big issue of our search right now. It's just mostly just like, you know, after map
Closing the map
1,
out.
just close it out. Just close it out,
Yeah.
clutch up, make sure your comms are on point. I wouldn't say it's anything that deep for our
Okay.
S&D right
Yeah.
now.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Honestly, you guys went down a little bit in this one. Minnesota, they end up getting another comfortable defense here. They were winning these rounds pretty easily, but you guys really started to kick up, and it starts right here. You guys adapted a little bit. This round, you guys got into A, played like tight corners in here, didn't really give them like a free A plant. Donnie, you actually opened things up with a first blood in this round over towards field. I know you're that guy kind of playing like on an island towards B side, but towards the end of this round, you end up making a play. You piss on Cammy, have a good one. Peace out, little first blood there. And then Minnesota, they try and get into this A site, but you guys are just holding this down. So I like the adaptation there, getting into that A site, playing some corners. It goes up 4-2. Then Eli, you make the fucking play, bro. You get in here, you get the bomb down. And then after you get the bomb down, you're able to find 2 somehow. How'd you get 2 right here? You just ran out and they were all challenging you and you just picked up some trades here or what?
Yeah.
Good plays. Find one there.
Clay was calling out this guy one shot. I ran in, and then the other guy was a court. I think Clay said was weak, so I was just like, you know what? I'm flying at this shit and
Yeah.
2-piece him.
No, really good plays. You're getting bombed down. You're popping 2 pieces. I mean, Stany's doing it all, folks. Then we get into the next round, the 4-3 round. There's actually a team kill in this round. Was this a miscommunication? I thought it was a miscom from you guys, Eli. It was TJ and Clay, I think it was. Yeah, TJ and Clay. Obviously, they're not here now, but I'm guessing that's a miscom right there. They both did the same thing at the same time. And
yeah, I think Clay should just like looked over Teach. To be honest, let Teach fly at the bomb. I think like Clay just needs to be more of like the backbone there.
yeah, no, Clay went Clay went rogue as hell. I see
Clay was
TJ.
like, "Fuck it, I'm killing him on bomb."
Yeah, no, Clayster went absolutely nuts. He just
Maybe
because
because he saw Teach. I think since Clay saw Teach like standing there, it was like, "I'll go kill him on bomb" or something like that's. I feel like that's like
Yeah.
what sometimes Clay does.
Then the next round, you guys end up doing a little B look here. End up rushing towards B, but somebody gets blooded. It's actually TJ who gets blooded in the open. So you guys hit a little U-turn here and wrap over to A, and you guys are actually able to clutch the 3v4 here. And it starts with you, Eli, with a big kill on the site. Once you kill this guy on the site, kind of opens things up a little bit. Yeah, good movement as well. You were able to get a kill, and then Donnie finds another one, and what was a 3v4 turns into a bomb down 3v1. So just really good plays from you guys to just kind of.
You don't mind? Up. Could you go back real quick?
Yeah, sure.
No
problem.
Like when I get the first kill. Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, the movement right there. How you doing?
And then Don kills him.
Yeah. No, that was actually that was actually clean. That was clean. You find Afro, and then boom, jump here, dive out, boom. He starts tweaking. Then Don Dada comes in. Man, that's some duo shit right there, man. That's some duo shit. Good plays from Stany. Good plays from Don. You guys end up bringing it to 5-4. And then here, I love the play call. Did you guys know they were going to go B? This was like a little bit of a blind counter, Eli. You don't normally do this where you just kind of like rush out field. Like, did you have a feeling that they were going to go B? Did somebody make a play call here or what?
I was just going to run up there and like find like a good like camp a credit corner and just kind of just hold B that way. And then I had Deddy, so I could just flank. Yeah. I actually didn't have Deddy, but I was just going to play corner there, to be honest. And
after
they just
that
happened
kill,
to be
you were
there.
close to Deddy for sure. But you get the kill, you kind of slow down their B push. You guys kind of stop them in their tracks. And Minnesota, they end up just kind of sitting back for a little while. I think they end up trying to work this A plant, but TJ, he just works some nice corners in here. And I think Benjamin Bance lost a little bit of full. TJ's tucked in a corner. Bance doesn't check it. I don't even think his stun hit it. Then Cammy jumps in there. TJ's in another corner. I mean, that's fantastic plays from TJ, switching up the corners, holding that A site. And then we get to the last round. We get to the round 11. What do you guys think went wrong in round 11? Eli, I don't know how your grenade didn't hit here. I don't know what happened. If your grenade hits here, you probably kill him. But it was a little short. I think it just fell a little short of the column, so you end up going down. And then it started, and then Clayster tries to make a play through the right side. So just some solo chows coming out of you guys. You guys think you might have trolled that a little bit? I thought you guys solo chowed too much right there.
Both deaths were kind of crazy. I think like I could have pre-fired a little bit more, and it sucks that he went right behind the pillar when my nade went off. I think I could have just like pre-fired a little bit more, and then like I feel like 99 out of 100 times Clay gets that kill, top tower.
Yeah, the top tower kill.
I just think it was really unfortunate. Like if I pre-fire right here a little bit more, I kill him, but it's all good.
Yeah, I don't even know. So yeah, we'll take a look. Yeah, Clay just gets absolutely incinerated top tower.
Like
really
that was crazy. Like Cammy actually hit really, really good shots, which
that was nuts. And then obviously TJ does the lose full. What happened, Pat?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Clay
yes,
was
yeah.
just.
That's why
Clay
I
was
was
just.
saying Clay wins at 99 out of 100 times. Like,
Clay was just enjoying his single Olive Garden breadstick that map. It is what it is, but he regained in the map 5, and we'll get there shortly.
Yeah. Clay lost full. He went 1-8. Tough map from him. But Eli, Donnie, you guys are popping off. 14-8 from Don, 10-8 from Stany, but it wasn't enough. On the other side, 12-6 from Cammy. He was putting that gas pedal down for them. Minnesota.
What were you guys
were able
saying to
tie it
Clay
up.
after this map? What was comms like?
Good question.
He was
the
just down
replay?
on himself, so there wasn't like much to say. We were just saying like it's all good. Like he was mad at himself. He was just like, "That's on me. I played bad. Like that's on me. I'm sorry. That's on me. I'm sorry." I'm just like, "Bro, you're good, bro. Like
we're
we're
just trying to
good."
pick him up.
Yeah.
Bro, you actually know who? Because I saw this clip the other day. I love how Doug handles it when like he costs a map. Have you guys seen those clips?
Nah, what is he doing? He
Nah.
does it. What's he say?
So did you guys see that at CeeLo Control where Doug had like 5 kills in 5 rounds or whatever?
I
Yeah.
did see that. I did see that.
Nah.
Yeah.
So at the very end, as the map is like loading, going back to the lobby, Doug's like, "Look, that was on me. Don't worry about it." And then brings up the rest of the maps in the series and just starts talking about something else. I love it, bro. I feel like
He's getting their mind off of it.
Yeah. You admit you cost, and then you're like, "Yo, what y'all eating today?" You know. Just completely change.
Yeah, no. Clay does do that though. He'll get down on himself, you know. But Don, I heard you talking in the interview and just kind of talking about how like you guys are just trying to be like a team at all times. You know, if things go wrong or if a map goes wrong, really just staying composed and trying to be the best team you possibly can be. You know, and I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, I feel like that, like the results of that, like happened today. Like normally, I feel like recent matches, like stuff went wrong today, and I feel like the past couple matches, I would have like been a little toxic or like reacted to it, and like
Right.
today I didn't at all, and then kind of like paid off, you know, like
Yep. 100%.
all like Clay's texting me on the side, like yeah, like thank God you did that, like it paid off, like that was God, like keep
Oh, yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I like that answer when you did an interview. It was a good interview today. And then, also, is this the first time somebody's been assassinated in a pro match this year?
No way. There's no way.
Bro,
Really?
this might be the first assassination we've seen, bro.
This isn't like a typical one though. This was a
Yeah,
That was an
like,
accident.
he
This
needed
isn't
to
a-
kill him fast.
That was an accident. I don't even know where the heck
You
it
ain't
was.
got no time
I
to
was right here.
assassinate him, bro.
Yeah, no, I
Kill
don't
him
know
and get
what
on the
the-
He
point.
started assassinating him. He's like, "Yo, like I'm assassinating him right now." I'm like, "Bro, what? What kind of man? Like I'm checked. Like I'm literally checked right now."
Well, yeah,
Yo,
speaking
what?
of being checked, I mean, we'll scroll through the control a little bit, but you guys get 3-0 sweeped in the control. Minnesota, honestly, they pretty comfortable defense. They're really good at holding their B on defense. They just kind of get people pushed up, and the ARs just chill top AC the whole time and just try and rain kills down. But then again, to the offense, off the rip, they were able to actually get a takeover onto that B site. They do a good job working A, and I believe they get some kills like pretty early, and they get this offensive win pretty fast. I mean, what was going on in your POV, your mindset? What was happening here in the control for you guys?
I think we're in. I'll go first. I think we're in good positions. I think we put ourselves in some good positions, but we didn't really use teamwork or like bounce off each other that well.
Yeah, I felt like Minnesota definitely took
On
advantage.
offense, at least.
Yeah, well, when Minnesota was on offense, I mean, they did a good job just working kills. I got a little nervous here with Afro. I thought Afro should have got this kill and hopped back on the point, but he gets the kill, and then he kind of gets off the point, and he gets back on it, and then he died. Like, I would have liked to see Afro stack there because it got a little close here, but at the last second, I think you guys end up trying to jump out. Donnie, you find one, you get traded, but you guys weren't able to get there in time. And Minnesota Rokkr on a big stack there, they were able to go up 2-0, and then, of course, they go back to the defensive side, and I don't believe you guys were able to get any points here on your offense here. Minnesota did a pretty good job getting kills and filling in the lanes and keeping you guys pretty pinned. I mean, other than working off each other, I mean, Donnie, would you agree with Eli? Anything else you think you'll take away from this map?
I mean, we're in some good situations. I think our comms were like, this series was so weird. Like our comms map won, the maps we won. I know that sounds like weird, like why, like obviously, but like the maps we won, we were communicating like very well.
Yeah.
Like this map, like our comms weren't on point, and it felt like, I don't know. I don't like being a momentum based team. Like I feel like that's not good.
I feel like every
Yeah.
team
Like, you
is a
could
momentum-based team, though, in a way.
Yeah, I guess, but I feel like the top teams don't let they don't let the bad things affect them as much.
Mhm.
Where I feel like this, like game 3, you could just feel it. In my opinion, like I could just feel the momentum on our side. Like we were just getting a little, that area where
Otherwise-
we don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Where we're
Yeah.
like getting a little frustrated. We're like, oh, we should have won that round.
Yeah.
We should have did this. We should have stacked the
Yeah.
point. You know?
But what'd you guys do? Because obviously you guys got slammed this map. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Rokkr's really good this map. And at times you guys have in some of these series, you know, folded. Like, what'd you guys do this time around to regain before the map 4 and get back in this one?
I mean, instead of a lot of times, like, say we like did some like bullshit the map before, we'll talk about it in between the maps. We didn't really like talk about anything. We just like kind of were quiet, getting up, just regaining. I don't know, just like a little deep breath. Let McGee talk. McGee just says, guys, like the last 2 maps don't matter. Lock it in on this map, and you know we just got to respond well to that. That's pretty much it, and we responded.
I like that because you see, like, that's kind of similar to what a lot of teams do in CS because they'll call timeouts in CS and then they won't say anything that like full timeout and they just regain, they go.
Yeah,
I
Talk
kinda
about it
like this
later.
strat.
I think Zinni or
Yeah.
somebody, I forgot who was talking about it, but somebody was talking about bringing timeouts into COD for S&D, like one
We-
timeout
we-
or something. That'd be kind of crazy
I
if
have-
they did that.
That'd
I
be
have
good.
proposed if you're down, Don, an off-season workshop where we get a bunch of people on and we talk about it, propose some changes because I think it would be a really good
I'd be
ad.
down 100%.
Yeah, I think
What's-
that would be great. I think that'd be cool.
The problem with, I mean, it's not a problem, but it's like I'd go up like 5-0 and then use my timeout. You know what
That's
I
what
mean?
I'm saying. But
Yeah,
let's
the
save it.
Yeah.
Let's save it for the off-season discussion. Let's lock it on the map 4.
That would be cruel.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're fucking yourself though. If you go 5-0 and you call a timeout on yourself, that's like killing your own momentum. Like,
Nah, if you're at LAN, you do that and you start like dancing on
Start
stage
serving.
behind, chilling.
Nah, the
Yeah.
other teams like,
Nah,
bro,
it's
these
wrong
guys
with
are
Slade.
dickheads.
That'd be a checkout for sure.
no, what's wrong with Pat? But let's hop into the embassy hard point. This is the map 4, pretty back and forth early on. Take a look at that mini map number 8. I thought TJ made great plays here. He stays alive orange. He's able to find one, but instead of just running up towards hill and trying to make a play on hill, he actually just stays alive in here, and I think that's just a really smart play from him because then he finds another guy in the steps, and then TJ starts making his move towards the site. He ends up going down, but the trade comes in. You guys were able to break on in. So really, really good plays there from TJ. And
Oh, this is crazy timing.
yeah, you guys
Item
end up
number
losing
3.
this here. You guys
Yeah,
break
Daddy
it.
popped, and I didn't look his left. I didn't look my left, which I should have called out like, yo, Clay, could get a timing.
Yeah, so
Or I just looked left and right.
okay, so that's exactly what happened. Yeah, he kind of snuck right through you right there. A little bit of a troll there from you guys because you guys got a good break, and then Minnesota was able to get back in there. It somehow gets some time off of that, and then we go into the next hill, and I don't know how you guys let this happen, bro. But Fame is by himself in the hard point. Eli with 3 dead. I see you trying to play cuts. I guess you just trusted your team to just get this last guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you guys all
Looking
got
back
pissed
at
off.
it,
You should have
looking back at it, I could have flew in, but I thought like the guy on hill would be so fucking worried about me staying alive there that like my teammates could just run in and just trade him. But then again, they're kind of running through a fucking doorway, so
Yeah.
it is kind of hard.
We're gonna go into a listen with Minnesota Rokkr and see how the guys on the other side were sounding. Let's tune in.
Hold you back, hold you back.
Yeah, playing back in a
One's front of me, actor, two forward.
I spawned you.
Always open,
Yeah, heard you.
Always after that, open, dash, one more, it's not God, nice, I'm looking, this could be one maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, they're
Come new.
I'm one shot,
Tennis, someone.
No, okay, Marcus, skip.
Top
Come,
gas,
bro,
yeah,
come.
top, in new.
Okay, this one's good. This one.
You want me? Red, spot me. Yo, listen, Temp's gonna spawn tennis.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
The door's closed.
I've got your
I'm
laundry
gonna give it this fight.
Yeah, you can. I've got your laundry. They cannot come laundry, okay?
Yep. I don't see Temp tennis, boys. At least two gas.
Go P1. Yeah, one's like jump box, and that's a shoe.
Yep. I don't see jump box. Dead. One more. Nice. Yo. Missing one. Yo,
What the fuck was that?
One shot, it's on time, he's just gonna hold.
Yeah.
Hold cross camp.
Yeah, crossing.
Someone just let out a war crash.
Dead.
Nice, they've got audio on you, Marcus, okay?
No laundry, bro. Two
Good,
laundry.
we'll play back.
Yeah, just believe with equipment. Trust.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone spam.
Big day down.
Spam.
Yeah,
Big
he
day
naded.
now.
Let's go.
I didn't hit him.
I'm waiting laundry. I got naded.
In time. Close right.
You got
Alrighty, that's gonna do it for the listening for the Minnesota Rokkr. But Jesus, Benjamin Bance, he erupted after that 3-piece. That was fucking insane. He was definitely super hyped up. They end up getting a pretty big P5 going into the second set of rotations. You guys are actually down about 40 points. And honestly, I thought you guys locked down some pretty good time in this P1. This P1, you guys are able to get.
Minnesota are stupid.
Yeah, what were they doing here? Why were they just like? I feel like they weren't even fighting. Did they just give you guys this P1? Like, did they even?
Bro,
contest you guys
look
here?
at this. Can someone just chow the hit
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Bro,
That's
20
actually crazy.
seconds, you're gonna spawn so close to P2. Like, I don't know. Like, all I know is last year, like on my old team on Minnesota, we would do this shit a lot where like they would always preach like rotate, and like get a fucking setup in like a game where I don't know. I just feel like they should not be rotating there. Like, someone needs to just run at the hill there.
Yeah,
Like,
well, it's situational. Like, if you're rotating to a money hill, then yeah, get there, rotate, set up, right? But if you're going from a P1 to a P2, right, it's just somebody should probably be challenging old here. I even said it during the watch party. I was like, bro, Vegas just got a really good P1 there. Like, Minnesota didn't even contest it. They got so much time. And then going into the next P2, love the break from you guys. I mean, you guys set this up perfectly. You send 2 guys gas. You're kind of slow playing it, and TJ goes for a long pinch around the back. And I like just the patience there from TJ. He doesn't rush anything. He just waits to play a kill. You guys are obviously pinching the spawns out here. So you guys just get work an absolute flawless break here on the P2. It's really good pinches, really good setup from you guys. And then as we go into the P3, you guys end up bringing it back on this P2 because of that break, and you guys are able to do it again. And it starts TJ. He's down low here in orange. Donnie, you find a big kill over field. And then just like that, it's a 3 dead for Minnesota Rokkr. TJ jumps in and breaks it. Not sure, again, the setup here for Minnesota. Like, Cammy's just kind of pushed out. Like, he's pushed out, like, deep field. I mean, do you guys agree with this play from Cammy? Ben, Pat? I mean, you guys like this? I mean, Cammy's just pushed out all the way field. I didn't really mind the play from Afro too much. He was kind of watching, like, the push through, like, the flank. But he was also by himself.
I don't know what is he getting by doing that? That's my question.
What is Cammy getting by being pushed? Cammy or Afro?
Cammy, like what advantage is he really getting by being pushed out that far?
I don't know what he's holding. Like, is he holding their ladder? Like,
I think he spawned there though, didn't he?
yeah. So he spawned there, and
we were tracking him.
Me and Don were trying to play for him. We were like,
we were trying to play for him. I think this is like there was nothing he could do here.
I think he actually like made the best play, so we didn't kill him right away. To be honest, like, because
we were searching for him. I literally called out exactly where he was gonna be, and I feel like we just like did a good job of like killing him.
I mean, I feel like the best play for Cammy there is to go top PD, like play in PD.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I'm already there having. I already have him trapped unless he goes to the back ladder.
I think he was fucked.
He might have been fucked.
I'm already there.
He might have been screwed, but he also then like got no help from his team to trade. Right, the guy AC wasn't able to really trade.
They're
the kill.
so separated.
Kind of
like, you see how far Afro is and how far Cammy is, and then somebody's playing orange behind. Like, nobody's in a trading situation here. Like,
me personally. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Don.
I was about to say, like, you also then killed a guy top gas. So, like, the guy is, he's just tweaking. Like,
I think that guy Orange should be on hill, and then, like, Vance should be helping another guy gas.
Like,
I feel like Cammy should be on an island while the other 3 are playing way together.
Like, if you push out Orange, because Orange is kind of useless sometimes. Like, if you push out Orange and you aren't getting a kill, then you're just costing.
Like, Orange is only Orange. Yeah, exactly. Like, none of them had any teamwork there.
Nah, you don't need Orange because if they run through Orange, they just run out and jump into the open. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're in Orange, you have to get a kill, and he just got stunned and then worked.
Yep. So you guys break the P2, you break the P3, then we go into a P4, and honestly, you guys get in this one, you guys start soaking some time, but things kind of go south here.
I trolled right here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened exactly here.
So,
go ahead, Don.
Basically, like, Tej ran out, right? And, like, he died quicker than I, like, thought he was going to die. But basically, once he died, like, if he stayed alive for a little bit longer, my play would have been godlike. But since he died, then my play is horrible. Like, I just can't make that play. Then I spawned out, and I was just like, Eli, you're the best, bro. You're the best. Bail us out. And then he fucking bailed us out. And I was like, let's go. I was like, let's fucking go.
Because that's what I was going to show. I was obviously going to show Stany because he went absolutely crazy right here. Finds 1, finds 2. Eli, you feel the guy's presence around the back, and then you stay alive as well. You probably would have got the 4-piece, but TJ
this was gross, bro.
That was disgusting.
My just minuscule movement and like minuscule decisions were just really good right there.
Yeah, no, that was really good plays from you, Eli. Fantastic bailout right there. Almost got the 4, but nice 3-piece. TJ comes in for the help. And then we go into the P5, and you guys break it again. It's another break. Bro, you guys break so many hard points.
This right here, too, like, Eli's comms. Like, if you back it up, when, like, me and him both climb up gas, like, this is what I, like, try to stress, Tom, is, like, the comms on your sub players. Like, Eli called out everything perfectly. Like, before we climbed up there, like, he's like, yo, let's double chow top gas.
Yeah.
He jumped across, he hit the guy, and then stayed alive, and I just got the freest kill. So, like...
Yeah. No, it's really
that was
good
just
plays
max contract, godlike plays out of Eli.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
for
this
real.
is really good. It
That was
is. It's good
amazing.
play. It's good teamwork. I mean, bro, that's
Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that,
kind of
bro.
that's kind of
Look,
the
he gets
shit we've been
a
working
week,
on too.
I'm doped up. Now I'm getting free kills. I'm doped
yeah,
up.
you're doped up. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's
Great
99.
teamwork there. I mean, bro, like I said, bro, you guys were clinical on all these. Bro, I have you guys written down here for 4 breaks, bro, back to back to back. Like you guys were just setting them up. You know what I mean? Like taking the right routes, and just challenging together. Like even if you're not near teammates, you can still work with them, right? Like if somebody's on a late pinch, like and he's calling out, he's pinching, you can wait and play a kill off him or something. You know what I mean? That you could still play teamwork even if you're not standing right next to him. And then even right there, that was good teamwork from you guys. Working off each other, working the trades. It's really good plays. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard. 25 and 14 from Stany. Eli, you had a hell of a map. And 22 and 15 from Don Dada. So we got the 2 Fry boys from the Vegas Legion in here putting in work and sending this to a map. 5 Cammy had a rough one. 11 and 21. 16 and 23 from Fame. Just a rough map from Minnesota. Honestly, Minnesota kept it close, but they trolled a lot of those rotations, man. I thought Vegas. I thought you guys did a great job, man. Just getting in there and working a lot of breaks. So kudos to y'all. You guys end up pushing to a map 5. Any final thoughts, Ben, Pat, on a map 4?
I mean, the minute I saw Rokkr lose this map, I'm like, bro, this is gonna be another online L for them. They were 0-4 online, like across this major and the last major going into this, and then we get into this Mercado. And I got a question for you guys. I know last time you'd done this, you'd played FaZe, and they had kind of done a lot of hit B off the rip. Did you kind of steal that from them going this map, or was that just sort of another strat you're working on, like regardless of that prior?
We've done it before, so like I can't remember what match we did it before, but like we've done it before and we know it worked. So like that kind of I would say we didn't steal it from them because we have done it before, like during the season, but like. That was definitely a little inspiring. We're just like, yo, let's just bang out B. Like, there's no way they can stack it.
Yeah.
Like, if they stack B, like, and then we go A, then they're just like, I mean, offense is like better. Offense is just better on that map.
Yeah, you can take advantage with your numbers.
Yeah, take advantage. Yeah.
Offenses are the rounds you should be winning, and then defense are the rounds that you should be like sneaking by. To be honest, to get round wins. And I think we just like talked about this map and just kind of played a lot more like cerebral compared to against FaZe, where it just kind of seemed like we were just going down really fast.
Great way.
Yeah.
Do you when you guys like to play defense on this map? Because I saw you and Rokkr do this. Like in this situation here, Rocker's in a 3v2, and they kind of let you guys lay bomb, and you guys kind of clutched up. Like,
yeah, I don't know what Rokkr was doing here.
Do you prefer to deny bomb in this situation?
You can't
or
let them plant in this game.
Yeah, you can't
let the other team plant in this game. It's way too hard. They trolled. They definitely
Rocker's got numbers, and they're playing it like they're like you know what I'm saying? They're just scared. They're playing it scared.
Yeah,
you can't let them plant. Then you have to have really good teamwork if you do let them plant.
And Clay would have had 2 there if he kept aiming in, but I just like the crossfires from you guys. Like I thought the setup was perfect. Like Clay was holding tunnel. You were behind hedges. Like you guys are close enough to each other where you can trade off one another.
They should have Cammy bait or something with the sniper pistol or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing too. They didn't wait. Like they didn't. Yeah, that's another thing. Cammy has a sniper pistol. He was the last one to hear. Like I don't know. I didn't know what Minnesota Rokkr was going through. What was going through their mind right there. But I thought those great plays from you two, Don, you and Clay. I thought you guys did a great play there. Good 2v3.
Did a great clutch. That set the tone for sure. We were doped up.
I could tell because in the next round, you guys go nuts. You guys end up blind countering the A push here. I think TJ, he ends up going down. You guys tag up Fame. I thought TJ was going to get this kill, but the Scar, a little bit cheesy. Fame, he's able to find one, and then Donnie.
I don't know why Fame chowed.
Yeah, I was going to say, he just went rogue. Like he went
rogue.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
He found a
I
first
didn't even
blood.
notice that happened.
Yeah,
I literally called out. I said, "They just scammed." Like the way he played that, I thought they were going B. Like he literally walked at me, like actually just walked at me in a straight line.
Yeah, no, that was.
Sometimes you know you're scoring up at someone ISO, and you just feel that step back 3, and then it hits all glass, and you're shocked.
And then Donnie, you read the presence mid. You guys had the numbers. They try making a play on you guys mid map, which I also didn't like. I don't know why they were just trying to run through mid map. I don't think this is ever gonna work.
I've never seen an AR go low house. Like and just like that, to be honest. Like send a fucking SMG down there. Like where are they?
Yeah, no, I don't know what was going on. And then we get into the next round. This is where Minnesota was able to actually bounce back. They actually get a pretty nice retake here. It's a 3v3. You guys get the B bomb down. What do you guys think went wrong in this setup? I mean, this is probably
we had 2 trophies, and instead of waiting for a trophy, we just let Eli get naded, and then Like
I also think TJ needs to stay up. Like he's that guy in the pin.
Oh, yeah.
Two things went wrong. Like Clay was saying, I have a trophy, and I just told him don't throw it on me on bomb like a dumbass. So he should have threw it on bomb for me. And then T should have definitely waited to hit that pinch, like for sure.
Yeah, because and then Donnie, you go absolutely fucking nuts and jump
Bro,
out the window.
I stunned them. Like
So,
they
yeah,
could
you
be
thought-
defusing.
yeah, you
Like, I
thought
gotta
they
make
were
a play,
on.
you know.
I thought you were gonna but maybe just stay up there, Don. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, that's cockcat. Like I've stunned them and just made a confident play. Like if I get one
Yeah.
right there, like while they're
He gets
stunned,
muted.
no
And if
tag
he
match,
is on
like,
bomb.
bro, when they have no tag match, they can't even turn, bro. Like that's like a
Nah, if
calculated
you
risk.
hit him with a stun,
It's
I
not
mean,
just like
we
brain
didn't
dead.
see the
It's
stun.
not just. Yeah, I stunned them hard. I'm like, yo, I full stunned them on bomb.
Because
And
I'm
just
not
went,
gonna
bro.
lie, during the watch party, I said, "Gee, Don Dollar was
Nah,
nuts." You know what I'm
Nah, I
saying?
stunned them. I stunned the site. I stunned the site, then child. I held my stun the whole round.
Yeah, it was a good
Nah, I
round though.
stunned
Good
them, yeah.
retake from Minnesota. They did a good job just reading the presence from TJ on the pinch, and I think once they won that one, once they killed TJ, they had the numbers and they just kind of swarmed you guys out of there. But then we get into the next round. We get into to the 1-2 round. Donnie, you almost ninja defused this round. Like this was insane. So you're in a 1v2.
Yeah.
You end up actually it was a 1v3. You find one, then you end up pushing here. You get another
I
big
walk
win
him
on
down.
the bench.
This is Walker. This is Walker, Tom. This is
Yeah,
walking down. Walking
yeah.
down.
No, you went nuts right here, Don. You went nuts, and then you get on the
And
ninja.
I
Bro,
thought this guy was pitching it. I thought this guy was pitching it. Like, if I felt like they had confidence, I heard the guy, right? Like, if I felt like he had like confidence, I would have just played the kill. But
Yeah,
I feel like they were
yeah.
pitching it, so I just stuck it.
Yeah. No, it was a good try. I like the try. I like the effort, bro. You almost had that. You definitely almost had that. Huge shout out to Draco in the chat. He just dropped 50 gifted in the chat. Jesus
Let's
Christ.
get it. Wow.
Yeah,
Give it up
Oh,
for
yeah.
Draco. Get a Draco to check it. Some sub over the chat. Normally don't do that, but it's a big bomb, so we'll show him some love mid-show. Draco, thank you so much. And then Donnie, he obviously goes for the Ninja Defuse. We're tied up at 2. You guys rush B again, man. You rush B. You just hit it out again. I like the play call from you guys, man. I like this. I said this a few weeks back that teams need to start hitting B more on Mercado. I don't know why we just keep seeing teams over and over and over again.
We've
just go,
been
"Hey."
saying this all the time on
all
this show.
day.
And I'm
Oh,
glad
we-
that you guys are one of the teams starting it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been, bro. I don't understand. Every round, there's 1 or 2 guys max at B, max. And if teams start hitting B out more, now now the defensive team has to you keep them on their toes a little bit more. Now they have to guess a little bit. They won't just be blind countering every A push now because now they're worried about B. So I like what you guys are doing here. Rush B, get the kills. It was honestly a quick round. Great trades out of you guys. You guys go up 3-2 here. And then, bro, did you guys see this round? Did you guys watch back this round? Did you guys see how you guys got behind him? Look at
Yeah.
this. Fame was watching the pinch and
Wow.
didn't see y'all. He didn't see y'all get through.
Wow.
And TJ pinches and
Odd
pops
timing
too.
at its finest.
I love that for us. I love that.
Yeah.
it's,
Love that for us.
But it's also, I also think it's like somewhat Fame's fault in a way. Like he's got to know that since he pushed up and then rotated back, like there could have been a timing there. You know what I mean? Like if you guys insta hit that,
Yeah.
like he's just got to be careful. Like I've seen a lot of teams hit this insta pinch. Like you guys,
Wait, did you guys see Clay snipe? He's in the chat. He wants his gas.
he wants his
listen,
gas on the snipe.
Clay hit a double snipe, but I'm
got
gonna be
you,
honest.
I got
Right? That's
you.
one of those
Cammy trolled
situations
here,
where
but-
where I roast Cammy. If I get sniped and I get hit marker, I'm like, oh shit, I got
You're out. You're
Dude,
out,
it's
bro.
no
You're
challenge.
out.
You try to square up, bro. He's
the deck, baby. Get
You know what
the
I'm saying?
I know Clay wants some gas from that, but I'm not very impressed.
Nah,
Aim
it was
higher.
nice shots. No,
That
it was
shouldn't be a
nice
hit
shots,
marker.
though. No, it
That
was
shouldn't be a
not.
hit marker, Tom.
Oh, here we go,
That's
bro.
cheese,
Aim
Slayer.
higher.
That's cheese, Slayer.
X,
Come on,
X
bro.
teammate
I
cheese
guess
right
the
there.
headshot snipes.
Player
X
cheese.
teammate cheese.
Nah, Clay was hitting some nice snipes. Nah, that should have been a one-hit kill, bro.
What?
I'm with Clay.
That
on
was
it.
like-
Nah,
I
that
get
was
hit with that
gas.
snipe, I'm gone, bro.
Yeah, we all said it. We were like, why is Cammy just like still up there? Like, bro, get that. You just got hit in the head with a fucking sniper rifle. Like, get down.
Bro's bleeding out the top of the van. He's trying to be in fucking last
Bro,
stand.
this was my favorite round, by the way, from you guys. This one right here. I love this shit down.
I love this.
Tom,
play. I love
Tom
this.
lives for plays like
This
this,
is my
bro.
Hork your
This is
tags.
great.
Everybody chow.
Yep.
This was, I don't know
This is a
who
dope
called. Who
chase.
called this? Who called this? Who was this? Because I love that. I fucking
No,
love
No, we
that.
just been
kinda like
saying we just been
us,
saying
everyone.
we've been going B. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
everyone. We just said we went B,
that's
so like
playable.
if there's any round they stack B, like we should just 4-hit A now. Like
Yeah, no. I love that play call. Clay just jumps on a rail and he just smokes somebody and then he gets another kill here as well. Just drop shots in the corner.
right here, I almost had a god play call, but I didn't trust myself a little bit. This
What,
next
the last
round.
round you're here? The 2-5 round?
Yeah, since that round went so fast, I knew they had no trophies. So in my head, I was thinking like,
Oh,
yo, someone.
yeah. Okay, I have something about this round.
And then I fucking didn't call it, and like
Oh, you didn't call them out here? You didn't call these guys?
no, I did call him out, but like
Oh, okay.
no, like, it was,
Like Eli knew
I
they were
could've
going
told
B.
there.
Eli
like
knew
in
they
my
were
head,
going
I
B,
already predicted what the fuck was. I saw the future. Type
Yeah.
shit.
but we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
go B. We should have.
But I didn't even.
Now I don't know what
Yeah.
you guys think about this. I think TJ should hit this here quick. I think he should hit the gap. He's got a little window here to get pushed up and like make a play. You know what I mean? Like his teammate just died. Fuck it, 3v4. Like try and make something happen. He kind of slow plays it a little bit, like just kind of waits back and L triggers. I would like to see. I know it's a nitpick because it's obviously a 3v4. But would you guys agree with
I'm
me?
pretty sure I'm telling him to like take your time because I have nades and shit.
Yeah, so Don Dottie, you
I,
called him out.
Because if he runs out and dies there, I'm gonna be like, bro, why are you just running out and
But
dying
once
there?
Eli dies here, I'm thinking they're running into 10. Like
Nah,
TJ
you're
can
right.
get pushed up
You're
to the
right,
wall.
but like we
he could be a
can't
nuisance.
see exactly where they are. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
So
Like
Clay said
I,
that he
right
was baiting for
100%.
Clay because Clay was one off a streak. Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay. That's a good play then. Clay, you
I
baited
think
for Clay then. That's what it was.
One meta twist you might see on this map is when I've seen, because I saw you guys try it, I've seen Rokkr try it. They try like a bunch of teams. I'm curious if people are going to start retaking this B by actually going through gate and trying to pinch back through like the way that they actually get to the hill to begin with. Because you probably at max one person got that there. If you challenge with 3 people, they'll be able to find a pick. And then you're kind of shook in warehouse. You might be able to kind of pinch around. I know you guys, like, it's just so much easier to flood dark, back alley, mid map, because those are close lanes to you. But the back actual like full pinch might be a really good play going forward for like champs.
Yeah, I actually don't disagree with that. I think playing through gate could work.
the only problem with that is that you would have to like read it very early because the pitch just takes so long.
Yep.
So like it is a good play, but you would have to like read. Like you would have to.
You got to hit the go button.
Reading them, you got to hit the go button. You
Yeah.
got to no hezzy, just go.
Yeah,
Kinda.
no hesitation. And then we get into the last and final round. You guys just hit B again. You guys just run at B again, and you use your numbers, and it was working for y'all. And Donnie, you absolutely piss slam him. You get tagged up, you jump the corner, he goes down.
I didn't even know he had first shot. Like in the game, I didn't even realize he had first shot.
Yeah, he
Like-
hit
like,
you when
I
you were
don't know.
running across.
He
but-
hit me and then like, oh no, that was actually crazy.
That was a really good play from you, Don. You pissed on him 3v1, Fames by himself. Not really much he could do. He goes down, and you guys are all hyped up, all smiles. Donnie, you throw up the middle fingers, go fuck yourself. How you doing? You start dancing. Boom. You're giving him a little show. Don, you were feeling yourself today, weren't you, bro? You were feeling yourself.
Yeah, I was. I was
like
promising people that I was gonna fry today. So
I heard you
had
talk
to.
about in the interview. You said Reem. You told Reem that that you're gonna turn up for him and shit. I like that, bro. Well, congratulations on a W, man. I appreciate you. I don't know. You guys say you're gonna stick around for your series, right? You guys might dip out of here, or are you guys gonna stay through?
Nah,
It's up
yeah,
to you.
I'm the last one in the FaZe facility right now. I need to.
You
get
gotta
up
head
outta
out.
here,
Yeah, I
man.
forgot you're at the Atlanta. Oh yeah, how you liking it over there, bro? You liking it over there or what?
I love it, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure since I started playing here, I'm like a positive record. So I win here more than I lose. So that's great.
Oh yeah, bro.
The internet's good. I mean, today I was the lowest ping in the lobby, respectfully. Like,
Hey,
it wasn't by too much, but hey, it's like, I was like
Hey,
a little,
bro, you'll take
a
it.
little
That-
slight
that-
advantage, a
Mm.
little
Cox,
dope,
Cox
yeah.
dark fiber situation.
Hell
dark
yeah,
fiber.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to FaZe. Shout out to FaZe for letting me play here, and it's always a good time.
Yes, sir, man.
So-
Well, Donnie.
So what is
go
this?
ahead, Pat.
I was gonna say. So what does this series mean now?
They're 10 points behind 8th now, right? You guys are 10 points behind.
But
Uh,
Rokkr plays 2 really tough teams, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's
Yes.
a problem, Pat. Is Rokkr the last 2 majors have won 3 of the 4 games at the home series, and they're 0 for 5 online. So, do we think they're going to win the next 2 series? It's going to be tricky. Like, I just
hope
think this
not.
Rokkr team,
don't think
obviously
so.
for you guys, you're hoping for the L's the rest of the way, and you guys
I
get
hope
in.
they get
but
slammed, respectfully.
but I think for Rokkr, I got big questions about this team's ability to kind of win in these online qualifiers. They've really struggled with it a majority of the season, and they need to find a couple of points here. Otherwise, to Don's point, they're going to end up in a situation with Vegas where Vegas might be in winners, they might be in losers, and it's a race to outplace, and you don't want to be in that spot if you're Rokkr.
Who
Yeah.
do y'all play now next, Don?
We play Seattle. So basically, if we beat, like, that win today, basically has everything in our own hands. Like, we have a whole week to study Seattle. We're gonna actually start prepping for them.
Not
on
much
Tuesday.
to study there. Not much to
It's
study.
not.
Yeah, Pat's not a big
They're a
Seattle guy.
very good respawn team. They're a very good respawn team. We just gotta. If we win that game, we'll be tied with the head-to-head lead. So like technically tied, we have the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if we beat Seattle, and they just lose their next 2 games, we'll be ahead of them. And then
And
it's
then if-
back to the same situation where we just can't fumble the land.
Well, I'm
Regardless, at the
saying-
end of the day, it's gonna come down to the land. Like that's the way I'm looking
Well,
at it, at least.
if-
Like
Yeah.
But if you're tied and you have head-to-head win, if you both go to the LAN and like let's just say worst case scenario, both get insta double rounded. Like
Then we win. But like,
You still
I don't
win,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
real.
We don't
like,
want to rely on that.
No,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah,
realistic. That's not realistic in my opinion. I think it's gonna come down to whoever shows up to the LAN and plays well. But hopefully we win this next match, go 3-2, and they get slammed their next two, and we make it a little easier.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Look at the scoreboard too. 11-3 from you, Don, in the map 5. 11-4 from Clay. I mean, it's a good map 5 from y'all. But Don, anything you want to say before you head out? Anything you want to say? First of all, thank you for hopping on, Don. You're the man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Man.
The only thing I gotta say is Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there,
Yes, sir.
and you know. We're going, hey, next matches should be lit. You know, these online matches, like, it's kind of trash playing these matches online, I'm not going to lie, but, like, at least we're, like, racing, so it's kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to go out there and keep putting on the show.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's all I can promise.
Thank you for hopping on, Don. It's always a pleasure. Good win today. And Eli, you're more than welcome to stay with us as well. It's up to you. But what are you doing, Eli? You staying with us or what? You heading out?
I want to get some food, so I think I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, bro. Well, thank you guys both, man. Thank you both, both you guys. A good win, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Trying to see y'all get into the top 8. So, you know, we'll be rooting for you, bro. Good luck.
Yep.
Later,
Appreciate
guys.
y'all,
all you guys.
Later, Peace out.
Have
man.
a good rest of the flank.
Later,
See
guys.
ya.
Peace out,
Peace,
man.
boys.
Peace out. And then it was just me, Ben J. Nassim, and Mr. Slayer.
What a trio.
What a trio. Let's hop in to the next series of the day. This one
And,
got interesting.
I just got a stat in my chat.
Uh-oh.
Rokkr have won 2 out of the 15 games since Major 1 they played online.
Damn. Wait, you said 2 out of what?
They've won. They're 2 wins, 13 losses.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So what you're saying is they're horrible, man.
Online, especially.
I mean, this is the opportunity here for Vegas. It's like they still got to beat Seattle to like guarantee they get a good seed for this major and not hope and pray that they 2 and 3 sneak it. But Rokkr is slipping at the wrong time. There was an attached tweet as well on the timeline after the series. Dylan said he wasn't going to be streaming for a few days.
I
don't know what that means.
That has nothing to do with that.
Okay, so Tom's shutting that down quick. All right, well, fair enough. I guess we're not making a change, and we'll scrap him.
Dylan's traveling this week. I mean, Dylan knew what he was doing, tweeting that after the match. He knew.
Oh, Dylan always knows what he's fucking doing. That's what I'm saying. Like his little baby.
He's a smart guy. But let's hop into the next. Let's hop into the next series. Vegas take down a Minnesota Rokkr, but this was an absolute banger of a series. This one was insane. I'm excited to go over this one. We got Optic Texas going up against Toronto Ultra. We got Mercado Hardpoint, Embassy S&D, Hotel Control, Hotel Hardpoint, and Mercado Search and Destroy. I mean, I'll let you guys kick it off. I mean, is there anything with the vetoes that you guys saw? Anything that caught your eye or what?
No, the vetoes are pretty straightforward. The double fortress ban from Toronto is a good respect out of Optic because they're good at both those maps and modes. The Embassy Asilo bans as well for Optic. I think this is a pretty good square up in terms of teams' best maps, and I think it just came down to like who was better on the day. But go ahead, Pat.
I don't know, Ben. Do you know Toronto's record on Mercado?
Mercado Hardpoint this season?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you give me 1 second, I got it for you.
That was the one map when I looked at it. I was a little
12 and 7.
And so they're good, but is it their best though? It's not their best, right?
I guess Hydro is technically their best map.
Gotcha.
I mean, but the optics is so I mean, I just think this is a situational thing. I don't think either team like really trolled the vetoes.
Yeah, it's Mercado or Fortress.
And I honestly think Toronto just kind of trolled this map in general. I think they had an ability to win this, and I think that when we get to the back end, sort of the last P2, I think they had an opportunity to get like the last like 10, 20 seconds. And then, kind of break for the win. They didn't really do that, and they got kind of ran on a couple of L's straight and really told an opportunity to go up 1-0 in the series. But go ahead, Tom, and kind of get us there.
Yeah. Well, let's go over the map a little bit. Dashy starts things off with a big 2-piece going into the P2, and that kind of opens up the gaps a little bit, and that allows Shotzi and Hook to do what they do. I think it was Shotzi mid-map who was able to find a couple kills going into this P2 rotation. So it's just a good play from them. They end up getting a lot of time. On this P2, they go up pretty early, and then things get interesting. Ultra, they get a pretty good hold here on the P3. It was a little back and forth. Shotzi makes a solo play and ends up getting in here. I don't even know how Shotzi continues to do shit like this. Like he finds one, then he jumps the corner onto Hixie, finds another one, and then even him just finessing his life, staying alive. I mean, he's just super annoying to play against. But Toronto, they were able to get some time here, bring it back just a tad. But I got to highlight Hixie here going into this P4. I mean, this was just unbelievable. You see him on the kill cam now or on the minimap now. It's a couple kills coming in over towards green side, and then he just absolutely finesses up here, bro. He stays up top, Bauk. He finds another kill here, another one there, big 2-piece there. And that's obviously going to push Optic Texas now. First, he gets a 2-piece on rotation. Then he pops another 2-piece there and gets another wave. So now Optic, they're obviously looking for him, and he does not stop there either. He keeps this going. He's got Optic in a blender here. He's pushed up. He's hitting his timings. And Hicksy just absolutely started off super hot going into this P3 to P4 hard point. You can see this cruise missile comes in as well. So Hicksy with the solo plays there. He ends up bringing it back for Ultra. They end up getting a little bit of a lead here. Let's go into the listening with Ultra. Let's see how the boys over here in purple were sounding.
Yep, let's go in time.
Like right corner. Yeah, close start on time. Let's see. Nice,
Maybe Palace.
Yep.
It might just roll. There's one ladder.
Yeah, already top.
I have a sheik if we want to. We'll say P7. We'll say P7.
One spawn hedge. He's gonna be long.
Might be alright.
Yeah, how many P4, Jamie?
Put Trevor down.
One's long. Back alley. I didn't hear him. Sheik shows back alley P4. Yeah, one team. God hit his grab. God hit him. You could have pushed him P4 Toby if you don't see him.
Not here. We're still close outside the door.
Really close right then.
Yeah, close right in the door, I'm John. Wait, it's not close left now. And in the doorway. In the doorway.
Yo, behind me, tunnel. Close right, Jimmy dead. One's tunnel right now, one's tunnel. Yeah, wait for you guys.
One's close out, one's in the door still. One's top time.
One child.
He's close. Door.
One was up.
Don't try it. Close left. Nice, go wins. One time, Charlie's guy on spawn. Hedge. We hedge in hill.
Dead.
Nice, that's good time. Last one up, P4. Lane in the doorway, dead. Hedge go one shot, hedge go weak.
One's long, really weak, and one's hedge cut. He's very close.
I got your hedge. I got one.
Nice, one's hedge. Long.
I'm staying on hedge, I'll got your hedge push.
I'm holding long.
Hedge, both hedge.
Both one for Charlie.
We have to on the roof for me, boys.
Alrighty, that's gonna do it for the listening for Toronto Ultra. I thought they sounded great. I thought they had a great listening.
Yeah, it was a good listening. Tom, they do a good job on this. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on this last hill here. This is the advantage we're talking about because they played this hill really well. They played the P1 really well, and they get out to a decent lead. I know people fucking hate it when we say, "Oh, well, a Toronto troll." We're not giving any credit to Optic. Like I do give credit Optic to this comeback, but if you want to skip ahead, Tom, as we're I think we just kind of get to the P2. Like it's a situation where Toronto has kind of a 3v1. Sort of break this hill, and they kind of take their time. And unfortunately, when they take their time, Optic's still getting the back alley spawn, so they're still getting there pretty close. And Toronto's going to get another wave of kills, which they don't really get. And this is kind of a missed opportunity because then they kind of put in sort of a difficult position to try and get time to P3.
I thought Dan Ghosty did really good here, like staying alive.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was able to stay up here, but I know Bruce was helping him and tagging, putting some shots down. But I mean, this was just some real grit from Dan. He was just able to buy enough time. He jumped the corner. Hard. He finessed, he was tagging people up, and he was kind of slowing them down a little bit. And then Big Bruce, he obviously comes in and picks up a big 3-piece. But this is kind of where it collapsed for Toronto because they don't get the break there in the P2. Optic gets some time, and then they chain on over towards his P3, and you can see the routes from Kyler. First good place from Bruce. He finds a big 3-piece. But you can see Kyler, right? He's ready to go back for this last 13 seconds, and he's like, nah, fuck that. Let me turn around. Let's get to this new hard point. Love the heads-up play from Kyler because Ghosty finds one. Kyler finds another one. And the last guy in point is obviously tagged up, and that's where Shotzi comes in. They get the trade. I just love that Hook. You could tell Hook was thinking about it, thinking about hitting that old time, but good heads-up play. Didn't go for the kill whore play. He made the right decision.
Well, I think Hook also, Tom, got a really good timing through middle map. If you back it up there, because Toronto has 3 players spawn that back alley, it's kind of a chaotic situation. And the guy that's already in warehouse dies, so they're like tweaking pretty hard. And Kyler just sprints through mid map because no one's picking up, and he's able to shoot a guy on the side and kind of work the trades in his favor. So that's a good find from Kyler there.
Yeah, I mean, they're rotating. I mean, Kyler found a timing. His teammates are putting pressure on Old. They found one, so he knows one's dead, one's at Old, and one's looking in the back. He's missing one player. I mean, it's a good risk to take. Just hit right through mid. If he sees him, he tries to gun him, and if not, you found a gap. That's what it's all about, like knowing the information that you're given and using it. If you know somebody's on Old, if you know somebody's pushing a bat, you just, in your head, you know where people are. You micromanage those little things. That's what makes Hook so good. He's really good at hitting those timings.
I think what Toronto do kind of poorly then on this next stage here is that, okay, so it's kind of a tied game. They start really single pushing this next break of hills. If we kind of back up a little bit, like their next wave where they try to break this is all single pushes, and they get put in a position where they have to then try and set up for new, and they've thrown away a lot of lives. And the setup that they get into is actually not particularly good. Optic, as we've seen time and time again, very good at playing mid pressure on this map to kind of break these setups. They get close. They play ratty corners. And Toronto just kind of really threw a couple back-to-back kills.
I think this is more on Optic than
No, I'm saying back. I'm saying back it up, Tom. You're too far ahead. I'm saying back it up like 20 seconds, 15, 20 seconds before Toronto even gets in this setup. There's just a lot of single pushes here. I would have liked to have seen number 5 stay alive here with 30 seconds and keep trapping Optic in, holding middle. And the reason I like that is you kind of prevent Optic from getting those like P2 spawns, like getting out of this setup. And that way you can kind of lock down middle and lock down back alley. Instead, you see how much map control Toronto cedes here, right? Because they kind of turtle in this setup where they don't really have full middle. They don't really have full back alley. They're trying to hold this triangle in mid-map.
Let's chill out a little bit. The biggest play right here, too, is Kleenex dying over towards the screen. So the green right here, like holding this back alley is very important. Kleenex just kind of jumps out. He starts running a little bit. You see he starts to push up towards tunnel. Hook catches him slipping. As soon as Hook wins this fight now, all Hook needs to do is stay alive green because he knows they're going to spawn on him, and then the rest are just going to pinch around him. On top of that, they had a streak. I mean, this is just the way Optic set this up was perfect. Hook wins a big 1v1 P2.
Charlie also trolled there too. Like Hixie pushed gate. I don't know if you noticed. He was also in a position, even if he got to kill gate, the streak was coming down. He was going to get killed from middle as well. And you know, with those two deaths, you have a guy back alley. I mean, good luck there, being pushed from both sides, and the guy in hill. So maybe both guys should have just chowed the guy back alley and see if they can get an advantage. But either way, like I think for this is the thing we talk about a lot with Optic, how fast they are and how much chaos they cause on the map. I think their ability to convert out of the hold that they had at P3, to be able to get those 2 quick kills in a matter of like 10 seconds and really kind of cement this victory after being down, they were down like 30 or 40 points and they won by 50. They got 80 straight.
Yeah, they end up, it was the P2, the P3, and the P4. Optic were able to chain all 3 of them going into the second set of rotations. I'm giving all the credit to Optic here. I thought their break was fantastic. Love the route from Hook. Love that Ghosty went around garage. I thought they were kind of pinching Toronto in. And as soon as they won their 1v1s and the streak is coming down, again, just a perfect break from them. But go ahead, Pat.
No, I mean, basically, Tom, you summed up what I was going to say. I was going to say I disagree with Ben. I think that was a masterclass final break out of Optic.
Yeah, no, they took their time in the routes, and they had a streak to work with as well. So they knew what they were setting up, like taking those routes. They knew it.
But to my earlier point, I think Optic did a really good job on the comeback, Tom. But I also think this all starts with how Toronto plays that P1 to P2. Mm-hmm. Like, I think, it's really hard to break from Plenner's side, but they get an opportunity to bang out the bottom side of the hill, and they just didn't do it. They let Optic flood. Optic won the next team fight. And from there, it just kind of snowballed for Toronto, and they never made the right play or the right decision. And Optic just took advantage, made good plays. Obviously, we didn't really talk about Dashy. Bruce got off to a really tough start in that map. It was, like 9-20 or something like that?
You don't see that all.
He was getting deep fried, and then he got like he ended up getting like 11 straight kills or something like that. Yeah, he was absolutely frying. So that was a huge advantage for them at the end.
Yeah, take a look at the final scoreboard. Shotzzy 30-22, 24-17 from Dan Ghosty. I mean, those guys really kicked up. Shotzzy was unbelievable today, bro. He was insane. On the other side, go ahead, Pat. Go ahead, man.
I was just saying, Ben, I know you're a big Insight fan. I'm curious what you think. Do you think this? It's getting to the point late in the season where I think this Toronto roster is going to start struggling from lack of slaying. What do you think about that?
I think Insight needs to get involved more. His
interactions That's what I'm saying.
I
think the guy is gross, but he obviously has an insane shot too. I literally want him to be more aggressive. I want him.
Yeah, me too.
Like you're saying, Tom, get more involved. You're good enough. Why not? And
I think
if they wait this long, as the season gets to the end, I think they're just gonna run into trouble of not having the slaying power.
I think his play style works really well when they're controlling the map, and they do that effectively against 9 or 10 of their teams in the league. But it's really difficult to play Optic and Hardpoint. We've had a lot of people come on the show and the watch parties talk about the brand of Hardpoint that Optic plays is pure controlled chaos in their part, and it's very difficult for some of these AR players, main AR players, whose role is to block spawns, cut off lanes, really make sure that they're controlling the map to do so effectively. And I agree with Tom. I think Jamie's got to maybe play a little bit more loose. It may mean that he's going to go and get fried a couple of times, but by throwing his life away, to an extent, and baiting for other people on the team, they may be able to make more plays and win more team gunfights.
And listen, maybe it's just a system Toronto Ultra plays. They like having Insight playing a little, filling in the gaps. He's the island player in the control, or he's watching a pinch in S&D, or, he's doing shit like that. But I don't think that system works all the time against the top teams.
I think that works against the 5 through 12.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
we've talked about this before. let's be honest. This league has gotten to the point in this game where these final events were basically in a 4-team league. Like, we can be honest about that. Like the gap between 4 and 5, I think, is pretty big, especially on LAN. And so, yeah, I mean, like, do you want to keep a play style that works against teams who are obviously less skilled, or do you want to kind of adapt and be more involved in a style that will help beat these top teams?
Yeah.
I mean, I
agree.
I think the only thing that Toronto may say is for them, their kind of victory path that they had against Optic previously this year, especially a Major 3, was via control and S&D. So yeah, you'd like to take hard points on the best of sevens.
It's just what we're talking
about. But they right now. That's what I'm saying though. Like I think the only side argument I can make, like devil's advocate, is that yeah, I would like to see Jamie play faster, but I think this Toronto team is confident in the other game modes. It's going to be really hard when Optic plays this style of game to really counter the way they play, Pat. I just don't know on paper what you do to really counter Optic's play style on hardpoint, other than just hope that they make mistakes and they just throw their lives away. They just play so fast. They play so fast and cause so much chaos. I just don't know. The only way to do it is match it. Like, you're not gonna be able to slow them down.
A few rounds I definitely want to highlight in this one. One, I love this draft from Shotzi. I think this is a new one from these guys. Dashy and Shotzi play back alley. Dashy with a snipe, Shotzi with the AR. Now, I know it looks like Shotzi's just diving out into the open, but what he's actually doing here is by him diving out deep like that, he's actually hiding behind, it's the angle that he has. He's hiding behind these like bases of these palm trees and stuff, and he actually can't be seen here. It's actually a really good angle from Ant. I haven't seen anybody do this yet. We know Shotzi likes to switch up his angles, because even right there, he can pop up. You guys can see this box right behind the net. He could pop up and snake this guy in the heady, and if anybody tries rushing, they're probably going to be stunned. I know they're throwing their attacks. And he pulls out the Scar. I mean, he pulled out the Scar. I noticed Shotzi's been pulling out the Scar a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which if Chris was here, I would love to ask him why. But Shotzi was really, really, really popping off with the Scar, man. I mean, he dives out. He finds 2. Dashy's behind him. I mean, this was a quick round just from the play call from Optic there. They go up 2-1, and then this round, I noticed Optic, they love playing over towards this A side. Like, they love rushing this A site, which I love, because I feel like people are always so quick to play towards B. Almost like with Vegas and Mercado, right? Going B. Like, people always wanted to go A, but Vegas was switching it up going B. I feel like Optic is the Vegas in this map. You know, they definitely were not hesitant towards going towards that A site and using their numbers. They like to bust out of middle, too, and bust out of PD doors. They end up going up 3-1. And then this round was interesting. I like the play call from Ultra. They were obviously down a couple rounds, and actually gets a nice turn on here. Insight gets turned and burned there. Shotzi with a couple kills, but because the bomb goes down, there wasn't really much time left for these Optic boys to make a play. Dashy gets in a bomb for a second. I thought for a second they might have been able to do it, but Hicksy, he gets him off the Ninja Defuse. Good play from Toronto. They bounce back with a little beep rush plant. They bring it up 3-2. And then this round, it's just, again, it's Shotzi. He gets pushed up. He dives across. Dan Ghosty's looking over him. I mean, they end up just rushing towards the B side over here. Shotzi ends up diving across with a Scar. You can see Kleenex. He tries to jump for the chow and try and look at the bomb, but Ghosty and Shotzi are all over it. They read the bomb check. They took him down, and now Insight. He's up top AC, and take a look at the plays here from Ant. He runs up the stairs. And great tactical use. He's going to throw the stun out. Insight can't move. There he goes. It's another clinical round here from Optic as they go up 4-2. Love the play call there. And then this... Yep.
What I would say, Tom, is we haven't watched enough Embassy now. It is when teams are really effective at this like fast B play, I feel like the defensive strat is kind of sitting back and kind of trying to like hard counter them B is really tricky. What I've seen the better teams do, and we didn't really see Toronto do it, I know we've talked about a lot this weekend, is hitting out A, wrapping their spawn, and putting pressure on, say, like where number 5 is, and really like killing the crossfire setup that they have. Didn't see Toronto do it a lot. The way that they played this map on defense was very passive, and they were giving a lot of respect to Optic. And I don't think they really adjusted to the aggression until too late in the map.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Like, even the other day, right, we saw Kenny playing a corner in the back, just watching the pinch and stuff. I don't disagree with you, Ben. I definitely think teams need to switch up their looks on defense. I think quick flanking could be a good round. You got to be careful. You got to know when to do it, because it could be predictable if you don't do it at the right time. But I think just blind countering B in general, like running out of orange, running out of back, like
I don't think it's effective.
Exactly how Optic did it, right? They double chowed back alley. They hit out of orange, like they blind countered it. They threw their numbers at it, threw their attacks at it, and just tried to fight it. is almost a better play than just kind of sitting back and giving them a plant and trying to work kills like PD and stuff, trying to retake this site, because it's not easy to retake this B site.
Well, I think some other stuff you can do, we've seen some teams do, which is hold your nades and actually try to hit the nades on the bomb site instead of hitting them on the cross, and that will like really confuse the team. I agree with you, like the quick flank's not always the right play, but I never really saw Toronto
play. It's just about knowing when or when to.
This is what I like. Get frustrated with a lot of teams. Like I'll watch Optic play this map. You know what Ant was doing on the back end of this map? As you see him doing right here,
running at him.
We're running at
him every round.
Running at them, but on defense, he's getting into office, Tom. He's getting into office. He's getting top office. He's backing down the ARs and making it very difficult for them to do their job of holding the B push.
Mm-hmm.
I just never saw Toronto effective in doing that, and I feel like they're just limiting their ability to like execute defenses effectively by not having that in their playbook.
Yeah, no, Shotzi's definitely. I mean, not everybody has a Shotzi in their back pocket to make plays like that. I mean, you can, and he does it again in going in. I mean, listen. Ultra were able to win a few rounds here. I think they were able to win a couple more rounds, and I could kind of walk you through it, see what kind of happened here. This round was all Scrappy. Scrappy shuts down this push by himself. Oh, he's a great player, man. Scrappy's been so good for these Toronto guys. But Scrap, he finds a kill on a Shotzi. Then Hook, he's kind of stuck here. Scrap throws the tack out, finds another one. And then, of course, Dan Ghosty's here, and Scrap just absolutely zaps him. So a big three-piece from Scrap. Ultra's able to get around to the board. Then we go to the next one. Love the 1v1 play here from Hicksy. I thought he played this great. It's a 2v2 situation. Scrap and Hicksy versus Ghosty and Hook with the bomb down for Toronto Ultra. Scrap makes the play around the flank. He's able to find one, but gets traded out. But I just like the readjustment here from Hicksy. He ends up playing his life, plays a little bit of a credit corner here, gets a lot of information. But I like that when Dan Ghosty jumped this corner, Hicksy didn't get overzealous and try and challenge this. He just played his time and played his life, just dives across. Dan Ghosty didn't really have a play here, so good plays from Hicksy. He clutches the 1v1. Not much Dan could have done there with no time left on the clock, and then this is where Shotzi calls game. Take a look at the minimap. Shotzi, number 2. I mean, I don't even know how he even ends up here. He dives out a top window, and then he just makes a play towards the ladder, pops the dead silence, climbs up the ladder, and he obviously sees somebody close the door, and he just waits his timings out. He just waits for his dead silence, pops it, and he was able to just be a nuisance here. As soon as Ant gets top AC like this and kills this guy back alley, boom, boom, right there, this round is over. This is
chalked.
This is chalked. Yeah. Shotzi's top AC. He's in their base staying alive. Bombs going down. 4v3, their top windows, top PD. Shotzi, again, with the heads-up play, and he continues to continue this as well. I think it was Scrap who jumps the corner. Shotzi puts some bullets into him. He dives out at him. I mean, Shotzi does not give a single fuck. And he's able to stay alive somehow as well. He's able to play his life. You see Hicksy, he's trying to make a play PD, but the trades come in from Optic. They do a good job using their numbers. And Optic Texas, they end up going up 2-0 here in the series from the plays.
Actually, Toronto almost had an opportunity to clutches. I mean, Hicksy have gotten that 2-piece is crazy. And then Toby actually had a nade there at the end. I'm surprised he didn't chuck it like top office just as a yellow, see if maybe he got a kill there. And the guy was weak. But this is a well-played map from Optic. They've looked really good at Embassy Search. Talked about this was sort of a weak map in the pool. They also, I don't know if you've watched they have a new like Optic team podcast now called Game Chat. We're watching on stream earlier, and they've talked about trying to get a lot of Embassy S&D reps. They look really solid on this map, and they've really expanded their map pool by getting a lot of reps in it the last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, I mean, Pat, any final thoughts on the map? Shotzi went 15-6. I mean, what were you thinking after watching that one back? I mean, where's your head at, Pat?
It's just a masterclass, Tom. That's what a masterclass looks like.
Good input, Slay. It's always a pleasure.
He was just all over the map, Tom.
He was. I mean, Pat, you're not wrong. He was changing guns. He was hitting routes. Yeah. I mean, he was literally just going crazy. You know what I mean?
That's what a masterclass is.
Exactly, Slay. Gotta give it up for Shotzi.
Real quick, another pretty poor map from Jamie.
Yeah, it's not even about the stats; it's like the interactions too. Like
Jamie was super. I think he ended up with like 6K selling damage, and I know like sometimes the way he plays in the control, it makes him play really quiet. But yeah, got to see him step up sometimes in these series. I feel like Scrap was sort of doing it all. That being said, I thought Toronto did a good job getting back in it with this map. This was sort of a gritty one. Went down to round 5 control. If you want to take it away, Tom.
Somewhat. I mean, listen, both teams were really putting the pressure down on the offense. I mean, it was 5 offensive wins in a row, and I think it hurt Optic shitting on them so bad that when they went into the overtime, they had defense because they obviously tied in ticks. Everybody capped on their offenses. and Optic unfortunately went over to the defensive side and ended up losing his map. Excuse me. But I definitely think just the amount of pressure that both teams were applying onto this B point. I mean, Optic start things off. They're on the offense. They're the ones who get onto B first. They get a couple ticks, but look how they just don't let Toronto breathe. Like, Toronto just doesn't have an opportunity to get out here. And I don't know what you guys think about this. You can see Optic, they get 2 ticks, then they die. And then Toronto, they try and cross here. They try and cross. I don't know if trying to cross there is the best play. They have to be careful there, man, because the minute they die again, Optic is right here again. They just died. They're right off spawn. Like, Hook is back into play. Dashy's back into play. Shotzi's coming off spawn. You can see how fast he's getting there. It's a clean wipe again. I mean, this is just the pressure that Optic just puts on you, especially in the control. They win the first offense.
We talked about this during the watch party, Tom. I get it. It's really hard when you're in those situations and you're the last guy coming off a spawn, say for Toronto, which in one of these cases is Hixie. Like, you want to help reinforce your team. But as we were talking with like Ian, it's like you also kind of need someone to take a long route and lock down middle. And you got to kind of think ahead by doing that. Because once you get those set of kills, if you're holding the mid cross, you're going to slow the game down a lot. Instead, and we've seen a number of teams blow us on defense, it just becomes a floodfest and you're going to block and they've got all the crosses and most of the map control. Like, you're probably not going to win it because you basically have 20% of the map and they have 80%.
Yeah, and I love the play here from Toronto on the offense. While Insight's teammates are capping A and playing kills A, Insight was just staying alive B, just playing a corner, and he catches Optic slipping. Optic, obviously, they push up bed, chalking up A. They're thinking nobody's there. They're thinking Toronto Ultra's all on the A point. But Insight makes a good individual play. Him getting that kill and getting on the B point kind of slows Optic down a bit, kind of puts him in a blender, and you can see how Toronto Ultra, after capping at A point, were able to rotate over and help Insight. So I thought that was a great play from Insight. Just staying alive bedroom, finding that initial kill, and Toronto Ultra was able to work the stack and win a quick offense. So right off the bat, we had 2 really fast offensive rounds. I mean, these teams were capping these points quick. We head into the 1-1 round, and listen, man, Shotzi just makes the fucking play. Just look what he does. Number 2 on the mini-map. Just look at the play he does. Dashy gets 1, gets 2, trades come down, right? But look at the plays here, right? What does Ant do? He pushes out Sana after getting kills. That spawns Toronto Ultra deep. And then I love the plays he makes. He keeps going. He ends up hitting a flank here. He ends up finding this kill onto Insight, so he kills him here, and then he collapses on the point. He doesn't waste any time. He gets the kill. He blocked the spawn, spawned him out, hit a flank, got a kill, and then ran onto the point, stacked it with his team. Obviously, great plays as well from Dashy and Ghosty coming through bed, and Hook for getting some kills as well coming from bedroom. But just the heads up plays. It's the little things like that I don't know if people are really picking up on as to why these little plays that he's making, just micromanaging the spawns and the map. Everything is just calculated. You know what I mean? And I don't know if everybody's seeing that, but. And then, again, they push through. They set up a good pinch. Even here, look how slow Hook is playing. Look how slow Hook is playing Kitchen. Hook feels that presence, Kitchen. He's waiting for Shotzi. He's waiting for these guys mid-map to make a play. Look, Dashy finds one. Dashy finds another one. Ghosty finds one. Then Hook makes his play.
Wait, Scrap got fucking... Go look at Scrap's arrow and how Bruce, turned and burned them. Scrap actually got absolutely Kentucky fried for this 2-piece right here.
Yeah, let me
He was top catwalk. He was top catwalk, went up the stairs. Bruce turns around. He hears him. Maybe he hears him bust the door. I'm not really sure, but he turns around.
He heard him.
He turns him and preaims him, and then he absolutely smokes the guy in alley. They kill the guy in Dior. Seattle calls it. Or dead with the guy in Kitchen, and from there, Optic's able to stack and get this round.
Yeah, I just like the patience from Hook, Kitchen. He waits. They're calculating this. They're talking to each other. Ant's I'm behind him, right? Dashy's playing through mid. Wait for each other. They work some kills, and they all collapse. As soon as they get the kills, look at the green arrows. They don't waste any time. They just get right to the point. They stack the point. I think Ghosty goes a little rogue, tries to chow, and he's getting the stats up a little bit. He knows they're going to get the point. Get some kills there. Optic, they go up 2-1. And then, of course, Ultra, right off the rip-off. They get an insane break-off here. And I don't even know what happened. They did a 2-2 split here. Toronto went 2A, 2B off the rip. And Optic actually won the fights. B-side, it was Shotzi and Hook who won their initial ones. And then it starts from Scrap and Insight. They win the kills B. They kill the guy B. They kill the guy mid-map. And then, obviously, the guys off spawn for Toronto, they can pick up the pinches here. It ended up working for them. Optic, they get the initial couple kills. But because they sent 2 guys bed, And now Ultra, Scrap, and Insight were able to get those kills. They were able to get the B point right off the rip. So really good break off coming out from Toronto Ultra. And
Yeah,
then,
Tom, I think that the issue there is with the 2-2 split is both the Optic guys ended up on the pinch after the two guys died at ult. As we talked about time and time again, the stack opportunity becomes really good when you can force a defensive team to get that deep spawn by Chandelier.
This
And
round
so
was quick,
after
man.
those two guys died, they were literally all deep spawn. I was shocked.
Yeah, this round blew
Yeah.
by. They tied up at 2. And in Toronto Ultra, you can see in the scoreboard, right? Everybody negative from Toronto except for Insight, who's +1. So Optic are outslaying Ultra here. So since they were tied in ticks, it goes to kills, and Ultra get the offense. The team with the most kills or the most ticks get the defense going into the last round. But obviously, it was all offensive wins. Ultra, it was more of a default win this time around. They capped the 8 point. And again, what did they do? They sent 2 guys bed. They send 1 guy around the pinch. I mean, they get bed control, and this is what I've been saying for teams. Like, they have to kill these guys' bed, and they did a good job. They rotated back. They killed the guy's bed. They also worked the pinch in there. They were able to get some kills. Not sure if I really like the streak from Scrap here after they got the kills, but it didn't really matter too much. I thought Hixie picking up that kill mid-map was massive and just kind of keeps Optic pinned back there. And you can see Ultra as they come off spawn. They just continue to put that pressure on them. Kind of doing what Optic was doing, right? Just constantly flying at that point. Once you get people on beat point, you just want to keep that pressure on them. Don't let them breathe. Don't let them out of the spawn. And Toronto Ultra, it was shots. You got a couple kills, but they get the trades.
Himself.
Yeah, they get the trades. Hixie gets a couple kills. Ghosty's here. Ultra, they just keep flooding through bed until eventually they get this last and final tick. And it was good plays from Toronto Ultra. They end up winning the offense. You can see there, CleanX, he plays a pinch through mid, finds a couple kills. They didn't need much of a tick left. So great plays out of Ultra. Love the pressure for them. They were able to get a map on the board. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard. 23 and 14 from Big Bruce. He had a map, but it wasn't enough because on the other side, 25 and 24 from CleanX, 21 and 19 from Scrap. Insight in Hixie, right? Even look at the interactions in this map, right? From Insight, 13 and 13. Just like super, super low, but hey, it worked out for him.
But you got the same number as damage as Hixie. And bro, like again, this Toronto playstyle works really well in control. There's a reason this team is won 70% of the controls this season, which by far the most of any team on Hotel. They do a really good job of map manipulation. And their different pacing plays really well on both offense and defense. Yeah, this is a mixy one where O's were doing a really good job. But Toronto in the end, I think clutched up. Did a good job, to your point, of getting bet control and never making Optic comfortable once they got him in that kind of B blender, and they give themselves a lifeline this series by winning that map.
Yeah, Pat, any thoughts on the control? I think when you see 2 teams going at it head-to-head, it's fun. It's fun to watch. Like, the aggression they both bring is insane.
Yeah, but I don't know. We've seen this before on Hotel where, like, the offensive team will just run away with it, like, regardless of who it is, and it's always so weird to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, it didn't start like that. It started in the beginning of the year. It started, like, pretty pretty normal.
What's weird about that?
Well, it's not weird. Teams are just getting good at it, Pat. Like they're just getting good at.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like
fair.
they're just getting good at getting kills, manipulating spawns, and working stacks. You know, like it's hard to defend.
Did you guys see Scrappy's tweet about this map though?
What'd he say?
Yeah, he's saying that the spawns in map 3 were kind of a little busted. He didn't really point to a specific example. He was just saying that there was some weird spawns going on.
There's always weird spawns going on. We call out about 15 weird spawns a day. During at this point, we're used to it.
Random question. Do you guys think, and it might be a straightforward answer, but like when these top teams play each other online, like I guess I would think that they would might as well be like, yo, just no sound EQ. You know what I mean? Because
well, that's a good question.
They're already top teams and they're already like, qualified. Like why would they waste playing with EQ on?
Yeah. Deuces in my chat is where my regulars just kind of bringing it up today. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll message Scrap or Ann, find out maybe they agree to not play Sound EQ. But like, yeah, to your point, I think that's a good idea, especially because you're already making it to champs. Like, you know,
even though it's not my match. I mean,
you obviously want the 10 points, but like, there'll be way better practice play without Sound EQ.
Yeah.
Let me
they're gonna upload it. Yeah.
Well, I was saying you were talking about like teams wanting to play Optic. Like obviously Optic's not going to pre-land them, but like you might as well get a real match environment with what it's going to be like. So that seemed like a good opportunity.
And then we could get into the 4th map. We get into a Hotel Hardpoint. There's a lot of things in this map that I was just scratching my head with Toronto Ultra. One of them starts on this P2. I don't know how Shotzzy was just able to just waltz through mid. I kind of want to watch it back. Take a look at the arrows here and look at Shotzzy. He waltzed through mid and just shoots the guy on the side. Just feel like somebody from Toronto needs to be looking at mid there. Like they have to be looking at it. I don't know what went wrong in their setup. I see number 8. He's kind of playing like an off angle. I would love to even see number 8. Like, you see how number 8, how he holds it initially? He holds it like this. You see how he's holding it? I would like to see him get tucked into the corner so he can hold the whole cross. That way, anybody who jumps in, he can put some shots into him. But instead, Shotzi jumps through. He finds a couple kills, and the trades go down, and Ultra weren't able to lock down a lot of time here. So, a little bit of a misplay from Toronto. I didn't really like their setup there. I think they need to lock that down a little bit better. And then as we go into the P3, I mean, just take a look at Shotzi again. I mean, Shotzi, you see him coming off old, right? 5 seconds left. And look at the route he takes. He goes all the way around Bedroom, goes all the way around Platt. Nobody from Toronto Ultra is looking at the back door. They don't even look at it. You see number 8, he turns around for a split second. But then he just walks through the back door. Look, how you doing? Boom. Have a good day. Peace out. And then finds another one, 2, 3 dead. I mean, that's another rotation from Toronto Ultra where they're just letting Shotzi do whatever he wants. He's finding timings, he's hitting gaps, and he's taking routes. Go ahead, Ben.
It's a great route for Amp, but that's a basic thing in hardpoint, bro. You got to pick up the pinch.
Yeah.
And even watching side door, like someone's rotation got to watch the deep cross because you know that someone's going to push through old through a bedroom. In this case, they didn't do it, and they put themselves in a massive hole to begin this map.
Yeah, then it starts going back and forth. Then they start trading rotations, looked a little bit more normal. As we go into the second set of hardpoints, Optic had about a 40-point lead going into it, and then we get into a listening. So I want to tune in to the Optic Texas listening and see how the boys in green were sounding. Let's tune in.
That's for you. It's couches, Hixie. Alright, Hixie, we're missing insight. Alright, we're missing insight. Could be doubles. Doubles right in the box. Good time. I have doubles. I have doubles. Doubles. Yeah, I think that's couches, top cat, and doubles. I don't see him, cat, by the way. I'm staying alive. Where's white block? White block.
Yo, beacon and then fucking the couches, man. Doubles.
Couches dead. White block of time. He's dead. Nice, we can here. He could be pool.
Let's get jump.
I'm spawning pool. I'm going pool, yeah. I have your guys pool. One guy's back kitch. Back kitch dead. One more side kitch. Alright, one more pool. Pool scrappy. That's it. It's good. Single.
Yeah, he's on time.
He's doubles. Doubles dead. I need your single. They're gonna be doubles. Top cat.
Pick up left.
I'm gonna stun doubles.
Was it?
That's him. Go.
One shot left. Absolute Kleenex. We'll go back to sat. He ran away.
Soaking this, by the way.
He's satellite hearts.
They're spawning out kitchen, by the way. Spawning out kitchen last.
Yo, he's satellite.
Some of them are new.
Whole Kleenex.
What's right there, brother?
Oh, yeah, they might be behind you. No,
they're not time. They're just
they're near time. I'm gonna chop
I killed the spawner.
Hearts on
One spot. Alright, you back hit.
in the back.
Alrighty, that's going to do it for the listening for Optic Texas. This is where Toronto Ultra, honestly, they started to bring it back, but it was mainly Scrappy, bro. Scrappy and Kleenex.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just fucking popping off. Like, Kleenex and Scrap just started finding kills, especially here in this P5. You can see Optic, they were able to get in here. I thought they were going to run away with this one a little bit. Scrappy ends up coming off spawn. Hixie, he makes a good play, just kind of waiting. But it was Scrap. He finds one, finds two. Kleenex finds another one. I think Scrap, there's one more left. It's Big Brucey, and I believe Scrap, he takes him down as well. Yeah, Scrap finds another one there. So just really, really big pieces there coming out from Scrap. They were able to get some time there. You see Optic, they get to that P4, but the main important thing was going into this final P6 hill. This one got really sketchy because Toronto Ultra, they hold the P5, and then going into the P6, they're able to get some kills and flip the spawns out. So now Optic, they're fighting from the front end. And things are getting scary for Optic Texas. We were thinking that maybe we were going to go into a map 5 here. But who is it, man, that makes the play? It's Shotzi. He pulls a Scar out. And look at what he does. Ghosty finds one. Shotzi comes in through the front with a Scar. He switches guns midway through and ends up breaking it through. And then once Optic get those kills, they play tight on hill. They don't go. They flip the spawns back.
Back up, Tom. I want to see how Bruce spawned in the back. Did Kleenex pass, like... Let's see, when it kill those people.
Well, first it starts Hook goes around. Hook finds a kill in the back.
Wait, back up. Where did number 3 spawn? Did he just get the kitchen spawn?
He spawned there. He spawned there, Ben.
Okay, so yeah, he got the kitchen spawn. Okay.
And then he spawns out front, and then Brucey spawns in. There's nobody there, man. The whole spawn is wide open.
Because they all got peace, and Brucey got in the kitchen spawn. Yeah.
Actually, number 3 spawns out deep. He spawns out at all because the old hill is still popped. So you know he's spawning.
And he just full flanked it, and they never picked it up.
Yeah, you know he's spawning jewels. He honestly was a good play. Loved the route from Kyler. Loved the route, just hitting the back and going all the way around the backside. That was a big kill there from him. because he finds one, and then the trades go down, and that back spawn is wide open. And honestly, Ghosty and Shotzi make great heads-up plays. They just won some good fights to the front. Spawns come in, the flips are in, and Optic Texas were able to hold on and win this map and win the series 3-1. Definitely got a little scary there, but
yeah, I would like to know from Chris. That was watching that back now. Toronto was getting P1 spawns, which was interesting. I'm curious if I need to watch more to see that's more of a normal situation now. But that made it very difficult for Toronto because they're like running under catwalk, like scoring up with Ant, who's just kind of pre-aiming, and they're not actually coming off the back like holding headies. But this is a great play from Ant. Obviously, you in your career, you were a big fan of the occasional pull out the AR and get a 3-piece type bullshit. I like that. Go ahead.
If the AR is godlike, yeah, I think they should pull it out more. And you've seen it. Shotzi dropped 15 in the S&D. Half of those kills were with a scar. He was getting more aggressive with it. And then same thing at the end there. Pulls out a scar, finds 2 kills. I mean, the scar is definitely, in my opinion, the do-it-all gun. I mean, both guns are really fucking good, bro. Let's be honest. But I feel like if you put yourself in a good position with a scar, you're good. Yes, what's up, Pat?
How did you manage to get 4 kills like this, bro? I got lights in my eyes.
Slate,
like
for real, Slate. Tell me you're not getting 4 kills with that, Slate.
Bro, I can't even see the stream.
You know what I mean? Slate, actually,
close the blinds, Pat, and turn on the lights.
I will, but I gotta get up, so I gotta turn my cam off.
Nah, that's fucking.
I don't want to get Tom banned.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, Slate. Yeah, you got no pants on right now. You sit down. You don't.
That's not right, Pat.
Do not stand up, Slate. Be careful. You know what I mean? And then we can hop into the next series. But any final thoughts, guys, from Optic or Toronto Ultra as a whole? I thought Optic looked really good today. They continue to look good, man. Even against some of the top teams, you know, they just continue to show people that. I think a lot of people are saying that they're like the team to beat right now. You know what I mean? Like, especially going into the major, like everybody's eyeing to beat Optic, which could be a good thing for them, could be a bad thing, right? A lot of people are eyeing them. But I think it's their tournament to lose, right? Like, they've been looking really, really strong. At least I think
Optic's a heavy favorite right now because Thieves have been struggling. We know FaZe is kind of up and down, especially in the respawns, and obviously Optic have their number. Toronto might be sort of the 4th team there. Optic beat them today 3-1. So yeah, I think Optic's the betting favorite, but that doesn't mean you automatically win the event. I think
let's keep in mind.
To what Ant, just one more thing was that Ant said on the Game Time podcast. He also said it in the interview as well. Today, it's like, bro, just because we're in the spot doesn't mean we're gonna like stop working hard. Like, they still need to get it done, win this event, win champs, get it all done. But go ahead, Pat.
I mean, let's be realistic here. Like, this was a clear-cut Optic win, but this series was close. Like, yeah. I mean, you had a round 5 control that went down to the wire, a 6-4 S&D, and then 2 20, 30-point hard points. Like,
it was a great
one
series.
rotation different, like, could change Ultra winning this. So, I still think these guys are neck and neck, and I mean, look, I'm gonna call it out again until I'm wrong. I'm gonna continue saying it, but I still think Optic has the advantage online. I think they as a team play better online, all of them realistically, and so until Optic's able to kind of get that, what's funny to me is like a lot of the Optic fans were like on the whole FaZe getting second thing, but like we could be in a situation where we see like Optic get second. It's possible, Ben.
Maybe,
it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible, but I like Optic's map pool right now. I like some of the progress they made as a team in control. Like, to begin the season, they were just really uncompetitive on the map, and they went to fit today. I think they're really good against pretty much everybody but like the top control teams right now. So Optic got the tools to get it done, but as we saw with FaZe last season, like, you can be good in all game modes, but if you pull up on Sunday into the second best team, like, you're gonna get second again. So that's just really it for Optic. They just got to do this all 4 days, well, 3 days, because if you win on Thursday, you're not going to play on Friday of the tournament, and they might be lifting the Trophy of Champs and also winning Major 5.
Yeah, well, let's hop over towards to the next one. I mean, we go into the next one. We got the Boston Breach going up against Seattle Surge. Man, this Boston team drives me nuts, bro. They were driving me crazy today. Hydro, Hardpoint, LSC Surge, Hotel Control, Fortress, Hardpoint, Embassy, S&D. Pat, go ahead. What's going on, pal?
Can I, where do you want me to link something at? Your chat or Discord? What's better for you?
Yeah, you could put it in my chat. It's no problem.
All right, it's in your chat. It's in your chat, Tom. I want you to bring this up.
Okay, Slam.
Because I'm kind of pissed about it, Tom. I saw this on the.
Here we go.
To it just yet. I didn't want to reply to it,
Here we
Tom,
go.
But I saw it and it pissed me off.
Why did it piss you off, Pat? Why did it piss you off?
No way.
I have been saying this for months.
You've been saying this for a year, brother. You've been saying they should pack a bunch
months,
last
same
year.
thing, multiple months. And the reason was
Never wrong. Just early.
I said, Tom, don't let it get too late. I said,
Yeah.
they don't have to go and find out that they're not as good as they think they are and get all these like mediocre performances in the meantime.
Yeah.
They could have just jumped in and made the roster change. I still think they need a roster change, regardless of this win. But yeah, I don't know. Ben was always on the side of, no, they're fine. They're good.
No, but I'm off the fucking Seattle train now, bro.
Finally.
Like I'm joining you on this. I just think watching them play, I just don't. Look, they won today. By the way, they finally didn't do the double Mercado ban. Thank God. I've been complaining about that now for a fucking minute. We've been complaining about it. It's hurt them in a lot of vetoes. They didn't do it today. They let Mercado S&D slide and it didn't get picked by either team. But I just don't, watching the Seattle team play, like, yeah, you beat Boston, who are another like top 6, top 8 team. I just feel like the Seattle team against FaZe, Optic, Thieves, Toronto, like they're still not just going to be able to cut it when winning 5 maps, whatever. I think that in order for them to actually do something at champs this season, they're going to need to make a roster change.
Yeah, we could get into the map a little bit. We start things off on a Hydro. I thought this could have gotten away from Boston pretty early here, but they end up working a pretty good break here. And it starts with Beans around the back. I mean, he just wins a crazy one-on-one. I think Mac needs to just stay alive back here and just let them run in front of him. Like, instead, he kind of takes his chow here, and Beans has the AR. And then Beans, he's able to shred him. Vivid finds a kill through the front. And then, obviously, the 2 Seattle players. I love the play from Beans as well, just holding that spawn back there, like staying alive back there because he knows he's blocking and he's going to get his teammates to spawn on him. It was a good break for Boston. They really, really needed that, because it could have got out of hand pretty early. Then we go into the P4. This is kind of where Seattle were able to build their lead. I mean, they get here early. They were able to lock down a little bit of time here. And they were actually able to, I believe, flip spawns here. So, yeah, with about 15 seconds left, Boston, for some reason, I mean, even right there, Beans, right? Like, I think he's too late. I just think they're over pushing here. With 20 seconds left, look at them all still hitting old here. Like, they're all just still playing for it. It's like, guys, there's another hill. You know what I mean? Like, get to the next hard point, play discipline. But instead, they end up flipping themselves out because they're playing old so much. Seattle says thank you very much. They take the spawns, and then they're able to build their lead a little bit more in the P5. Now, yes, Kremp was able to get in here, and Vivid, they were able to break on in. But still, you let Seattle get another 15, 20 seconds on it, before you're able to get in it. It's a pretty mixy hard point at this point, too. Lamar was able to get in there, get a few kills. And going into the second set of rotation, Seattle had about a 50-point lead going into the second set. So definitely want to tune in to the listening with Seattle Surge as we head into the second rotation and see how the guys from Seattle sound. And then we'll get back to the map. Let's tune in and see how the boys in blue sound.
I'll get him close, okay? Front door me. I'm coming over. Front door, shit up. Front door again. Cramp on time. I'm aggressive on the left, okay? Cramp is on time.
We're missing two.
You on the left?
Yeah,
Push back.
Everyone's dead.
nice. I reload the
I'm getting it. I got 1 beam, 2 gloves. Okay.
Okay, you can get time, buddy?
Okay.
Globe cut. Dude, absolute globe cut. He went for globe.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch this cross. But play grab.
Yeah, I will.
Get out. Get out. He's out of Mac. I have the cross. Get out.
I'm holding your back right, baby.
Yeah, hold my back right.
I got naded. One more globe.
He's low left down. Take
Beans is close.
I give you a cross, guys.
Stop globe still. Stop
You have to
globe
front close then. I heard you.
I'm holding your back right.
Play my kill close.
Get
Play my kill close.
They're coming up now. Hey, dude, I'm
I don't see him back. No. I stunned one in the water. One shot dead.
Close, Mac. Front door close.
Hopped up dead.
Nice. Front door close.
Absolute.
Front door looking for one.
Hopped up again. He's back.
P1 on back spawn.
I heard you.
I'm looking for P1.
One's in the back.
I spawned him.
I got stunned. Back there.
I'm hoping the video.
I'm in your back left.
This is crazy. Watch
They're
this.
nading me.
I'm in here.
You got news out there?
Yes, I'm in here.
Morris decent.
I got him.
Oh my god. Nice, Betty.
I've been shooting.
No, one's P1 on top of news.
I'm back in.
Nice, man.
Nice, after. Good 1P5. Careful. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're spawning P5.
Someone go to the back. Go cages, Dante. I'm laying that down. Yeah, they're already. I'm laying that down.
All right, that's going to do it for the listen. What'd you guys think, Pat? What'd you think of the listening? Thought they sounded pretty good. Pretty turned.
Sounded okay.
No, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, Seattle was just in classic way we've seen teams.
This is what happens though. Look at the scoreboard right now, Ben. 217 to 95. It was 217 to like 80 or something. Boston end up breaking like 3 hills here. It's fucking insane. So Seattle, they early rotate to this P4, right? This is a hill where they probably should end it. They get here early. They're pushed out dome. Let's kind of see how this one plays out. Pred, he kind of gets picked off. Same with Sib. Like, they're so deep. Pred is so far away. He's taking such a deep route. He's got to be careful here because he ends up getting picked. He's playing a little bit too. I would just much rather see him play dome and just play corner. Like, Pred's godlike, bro. Just play corner fucking dome and just absolutely poop on him as they run through dome and then collapse on hill. But he ends up trying to take a water route. Dante spawns out an old. Boston, because of that, they were able to break onto this one. Then we go into another P5 hill. I'm thinking Seattle. They're there early again. This is another hill, but take a look at that number 8. With about 7 seconds left, AG, he can't die there. He can't die. He has to stay alive, but instead he dies with like 7-8 seconds left. He spawns out. Lamar's cut off in a play, and just like that, as the spawns are going out, Boston with another break. That was another rotation where Seattle Surge should have held on to that one. But instead, Boston, they get all this time, and now we're like, holy shit. Like, is Boston just breaking every single hill? Like, are they actually going to do this? As we go into the third P1, Boston break this point again. You can see Seattle. They're setting up. They have those P2 spawns. We can kind of watch this and see how it plays out. It's going to be Mac who gets there early. He's going to be the one that's pushed out on top. He's able to find one, which is a good play from Mac, but he gets traded out, and nobody from Seattle is there. They're just all kind of out of the play. Dante was able to find a couple kills. They get onto this point, and I'm thinking Boston, they might have an opportunity to get in here and make a play because the spawns come in, the flip comes in. But there were some weird spawns that happened here. So Beans, he gets a 2-piece with the streak. And then take a look at the spawns there. I think it's because Vivid is super pushed out. I think that might be what's causing those
we've talked about this a bunch of time. If you push out P3 there, you have to hard block because the only spawn that's really open is the one at new. And like we've seen Florida troll this a couple of times by doing this.
People were tripping about spawns, but Beans runs out of the back, out of those P2 spawns, and Reese is literally pushed out like P3, like deep. And like that right there, like, bro, Boston can win this map. But you got a guy pushed out deep P3. You got a guy running off the P2 block after a 4-day. He's running off of the spawn. Like, bro, just sit there. Like, it's 4-day. You know those guys are coming off spawn. Just in the back of your mind, like, you should be like, yo, let me just stand here for 2 seconds until they spawn up, and then I'll push. I mean, Pat,
People
that's like
lack discipline in today's
Pat,
era.
that is what Pat, we would do that in fucking MW2, bro. Hit the scoreboard, see when people spawn up, and then attack it. You know what I mean? Like, wait for them to spawn up. Like, count the spawns.
You had
like,
to.
That's how you played the game.
Bro, like you would pick players up based on this is what's crazy is there used to be so many fine things like that. Like it kind of goes to watching kill cam before you spawn, stuff like that. Like those are like good little fundamentals that you just had to have back in the day. And nowadays, I just feel like players either think they don't matter or just never do them consistently.
Yeah, and you can see what happens because of that. Lamar ends up actually fucking shitting on him. Look, Lamar jumps out of bottom P3, finds one, kills a guy mid, finds 2, drop shots to the other one, finds 3. Bro, Lamar was shitting on these guys. He finds 4 kills at the end of this map. All Boston needs to do is contest that time just enough to get to a P2, and they probably win the map.
Hey,
but
back
Lamar
up. Did anyone in Boston throw any fucking tax at the end of this game?
Yeah, I think they all threw their tag. Nobody even has tags. I think they threw them already. They fucking threw them. They just need to not get fucking pooped on. Lamar just poops on them. Look at this. Boom. Lamar, have a good day. Peace out. Finds another one mid-map. Krem standing in the open. Beans jumps the corner, gets pissed.
Iceman.
It's just too many one.
Iceman.
And notice something from Boston, right? Solo chow. Solo chow. Solo chow. Slow it down. Bro, you guys got one push. You got P2 spawns. Calm it down. Everybody wait for each other. Get one good push. You probably break that. If somebody goes top dome, somebody stands behind the hut, and you all challenge together, you are probably going to break that hard point. Instead, solo. They don't block spawns. They solo chow for the break. They almost brought the map back because they broke like 4 hills in a row. They didn't have a single rotation. But Seattle Surge was able to close this one out. We can take a look at the final scoreboard. Everybody from Seattle pulling their weight. Dante had a good map, 29 and 22. On the other side, good map from Krem, 28 and 25 with 3,200 damage, but it wasn't enough. As Boston Breeze, they fall short here in the map 1. Any final thoughts on the map 1, gentlemen? Anything at all?
And Boston might be solo dolo in Cancun soon if they don't improve some of this.
Is it Cancun or China?
Are they gonna continue the Boston experiment, or are they locked in with this roster? What are they doing?
I think they need Vivid and Nero. I think they need both of them personally.
But
Crimp, Vivid, Nero, Wake, or Beans.
So you're saying Nero on the you're saying
that.
move put Nero on the flex or put Reese on the flex?
No. I'm saying you put Nero and Vivid as your subs, and then you put Kremp on a flex.
Who would you want out of those two ARs?
I don't know. I mean, bro, Big Wake, Beans. I mean, Beans has really showed out for these guys. I definitely feel like Wake has underperformed a little bit, you know, when it comes to like just his potential. Like Wake is definitely one of those players. He's got a lot of potential. He's a very smart player. He's a very talented player. But
I don't know why they mess with this SMG.
They don't know how to build
not
teams,
mess with their AR role. Yeah.
That's their problem. The problem is not talent with this Boston team. I was even saying this during the watch party. Talent is not the problem for Boston Breach. It is not. They just have no idea how to build a roster, and then on top of that, they lack so much discipline. Like it happens every time I watch them play. It seems like they run around, they get kills. Like, bro, kudos to them. But it's just like little things that just like if they can just like think just a little bit on some of the plays that they're making, they could be a great team. Like they just make so many dumb mistakes over and over again.
They are, I think, by COD experience, the youngest team in the league. Correct? Kremp rookie year, Beans rookie year. Reese has been around for a while. Nero's been around for a while. But you look at like some of their teams in the league, like they have years and years of experience on those teams at every position, and I mean, even a team like Optic has a lot of experience.
I mean, yeah, but bro, experience. Big Wake's been in the league for a little bit now. You know, Reese has been in the league there. Step up. Step the fuck up. Somebody step up. Like you have to.
And that's what we were talking about in the watch party.
Bro, everybody's on teams where people, winners are winners. Like they get, bro. And if you have teammates who don't want to step up and don't want to, but get them out. Get them out. Then you don't have teammates who want to talk and step up.
Well, that's the key thing for
to talk or don't have leadership, bro. That's part of it. You need that. They need some energy. They need some life. You know what I mean?
That's the key thing for.
Great
key thing for Boston, though.
Great clutch here from Beans. He was popping off today.
Yeah, it's a crazy two-piece. This is what you're talking about, like with the roster thing, going back to what Pat said. It's like, honestly, do you run, like if the combination of these players is not working, AR subs, whatever, you want to run back three of those same players and expect the same or better result next season? Like, I think if I'm Boston, I'm taking a run to the top free agents. I'm trying to get Pred over here. They have a real chance to do it? Probably not.
Shit. Oh, shit,
probably not.
But
Brad ain't gonna go there.
Probably
Unless
not. But I do.
He gets a fucking supermax and he gets the team he wants. You know what I mean? Ben, why the fuck, Ben? Why are you losing composure? You've been talking this whole show. We're all talking. What? You crybaby cheesing me. What's the problem?
I'm not crybaby cheesing. I'm trying to get my point off. And
go ahead, go.
Bro, my thing for Boston is I think the reality of Boston is I actually think they've made good progress as a team, but I think they're need to bring in two probably new players in the offseason and totally rechange the culture of this team to actually win. Because you look at the squads that Optic, Thieves, and FaZe are going to put together year in, year out. Boston's never going to be able to compete with that. You got to figure out how to get on the same level. And running back Nero, Vivid, and Kremp, and they're great players, is not going to be good enough. I'm just telling you right now.
They haven't even tried it. They haven't even tried running. They haven't even tried Vivid, Nero, and Kremp.
You really think a Nero, Vivid, Kremp, and Big Wake and or Beans is going to beat Thieves, Optic, FaZe right now? Truly, do you think that?
They have 3 ARs right now, Ben.
I don't think that's the
question.
But I think do they stand?
That's the question I'm asking.
No. But
do they stand a chance?
I don't think they beat them.
They have the talent. That's for sure.
They have a better chance.
I don't think they do.
You don't think Vivid, Nero, and Kremp are a talented trio?
I think they're a talented trio, but I don't think that they're going to consistently beat Optic, Thieves, or FaZe.
I mean, bro, consistently beating Optic, FaZe, and those top, it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy.
I mean, the
top.
Yeah,
but that's the next level they need to get to, Tom. They're currently in this top six.
But Ben, if they're not even gonna try, then what's the Ben? They don't even try. They haven't even tried it. They have 3 ARs. They've rotating their one sub player.
They tried 79 other fucking combinations. You're proposing the 80th.
Ben,
fucking swap of the 5 players on the roster.
Ben, every roster change that they have made, they just keep replacing the same role with another player who plays the same role.
They did replace an AR player. Well, same role, yeah, true. With the methods,
they just replaced the same role with the same role.
What I'm saying is,
no idea how to build a team.
Tom, what I'm saying is, it's. I don't think it's a role problem. I think it's a personnel problem. I just don't. I don't think, as good and talented as this team is, I don't think that they have all the pieces to constantly compete or consistently beat the top 3 teams in the league. And I don't think they're going to do it next year or the year after that. I think in order to get to the next level. They've developed some quality players here. I think they got to try and find another blue chip player or bring in some really star veteran and take this team to the championship level. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think one of the 5 players or Doug that they have available to choose from.
In order to
bring in Doug.
Bring him in. Bring him in. Bring him in, bro. Get Doug in there now. Get him in there now. Listen, I will say this, Ben. In order to make a championship caliber team, you need the right roles. You need the right play styles. You can't just throw 3 ARs on a team or like 3 kill heavy slayers. You can't do that. You can't. And when they switch the same roles in and out and they're switching players and they're not changing their dynamic, nothing is going to change from these guys. And Ben, you have been one of those guys saying Boston is a very talented roster and talent is not the problem with Ben. That has came from your mouth. I still agree. I don't even disagree with that take. They have talent. They just don't have the right roles. They don't. They have
the talent to make champs every year and get top 4 at occasional event, maybe a top 3. But is this team making a grand final? Is this team winning a grand final? No,
this
I don't
team
think so.
right here. No, I mean I agree because they don't have the right roles. You know what I mean?
Just like Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. Sorry, I'm out.
Damn, bro, we should do a Shark Tank episode one day. That'd be funny.
But isn't that true for a lot of teams though, Ben? Like
100%. But that's the level that Boston wants to get to.
Right, but that's
and
the
I don't think they're
gonna
do it.
League is I feel like we're in a 4-team league. Like there's so much like there's just not enough talent to go around.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's a fair question, Pat. I actually don't think you're wrong.
I mean, bro, we've talked about. I mean, Pat, you have said this before, right? Like Seattle need to do this, do that, and then Chris is like, but get who? You know, like do what? Like talent.
Seattle's in a different position because they have Pred. Like when you have arguably the best player in the game on your team, you have the ability to make moves. Boston at least doesn't have that. You know, they don't have that going for them. Seattle does.
Mac almost 1v3'd here. If he would have checked the bomb here, that would have been insane.
Yeah, he would have been an insane clutch if he had actually come the window.
That would have been crazy. Almost a 1v3. Good tries from Mac. But you can see how Boston, they start running away with this one. Bro, Seattle end up winning this map, bro. They bring this one back. They bring it all the way back, and I'll show you guys how they do it. First, we'll go into this round. Boston, they try and do I don't even know what they try and do here. They do like a do nothing strat here in the 5-2 round where they kind of just play around like their top middle. They play around field. And Seattle Surge, they kind of punish them for it. Dante and Mac, they get some nice kills. And Boston, they go down. We go into the 5-3 round. This round, Seattle, love the play call. They call the streak in. They get the information. And with that information, they make a play. And they're aggressive. And they're confident. And they don't hesitate. They get the B-bomb down instantly after getting the information off the streak.
You love that, Tom.
Love
you
that.
hate when people camp about when they use
because
streak.
I can't believe there's still pro players who call streaks in and do nothing off their info. They just sit around and they do nothing. At least Seattle here, they call it a streak, they get the info, and they make a play off it. And look at how it played out for them. They get the bomb down. Dante with a good couple kills. They're able to win this round. They go up 5-4 here. Boom. Or Boston, excuse me. They win another round. Go 5-4. And then Seattle, they end up retaking this. Boston Breeze, they kind of slow play this round. I think now they're like, holy shit, we might troll this. Let's slow it down. Let's try and play a pick. Like I think Boston now, they're kind of on their heels now. Again, a little worried. And it starts, right? It starts with Kremp and his teammate Vivid. They kind of work this A site. Good trades coming in from them or just good teamwork there to kind of distract Mac and get him off that bomb. But then it's Dante and Lamar. They end up retaking his site. Dante just absolutely pisses on him. He jumps through mid. He finds a couple kills. Lamar is there as well. Somehow, some way, Lamar, Pred, and Dante were able to clutch that up.
Lamar pinch through control point, but did he pinch through bottom? Go back.
Lamar came from radio, and I think he might have pinched here. He might have went back to their side. Let me see what he does here. So Vivid gets a kill.
Big Wake and Beans are like way deep in the spawn. Like they have no ability to like if Lamar hits this to like do anything about it.
Yeah, he pinched it. Yeah, he pinched it. Dante found 2. Lamar pinched him on site, and then they got the last guy down low.
And Dante just smoked Ben Beans on that play. Holy shit!
Nuts.
Like
Dante went nuts. There.
Dante went nuts. But yeah, I mean that's just a tough situation for Boston. You had the two guys on support that bomb, and the 2 ARs are kind of.
And then look at the play here. From
not
Lamar.
really close.
Look at the play here from Lamar Betty. The Iceman here in the round 11. AG finds one, gets traded out, but Lamar's standing on a wall, beams Big Wake, beams Kremp. He just absolutely takes care of business. Bada bing, bada boom. This one's all over. They get the info off the streak. They know where the last guy's at. Seattle Surge bring it back, and they're down 2-5 here in the Surge. They end up winning this one 6-5. What a map from Seattle to stay composed, bring that one back. 11-6 from Sib, 10-7 from Mac, Great map from Mac and Sib there. And then on the other side, everybody negative except for Beans, who's even at +7. Any final thoughts on the map, too? Guys, any final thoughts?
Unacceptable breakdown from fucking Boston. They were up 2-5. They were up 2-5. Would have been some good momentum, and they absolutely fucking collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too often from them in search this year.
Yep. And then we get into the hotel control. Pat, any thoughts on the map, too? Any thoughts?
Typical comeback. I mean, Sib was gross.
Yeah, Sib went
and that's
nuts.
another player. I think, Tom. I know I said just Pred, but like Sib and Pred, that duo is that attracts talent, right? Like players attract talent more so than money in some cases because the money difference could be minimal.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously we hop into the hotel control, and I mean we definitely got to show some love to Beans in this map. I thought Beans was fantastic in this map. He was going absolutely nuts. Right here at the end. It was Boston Breach who were able to get on, but take a look at Mac. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. The Mac attack. What a big 3-piece ends up saving around here for Seattle. So Seattle, they end up going up 1-0 after he gets that 3-piece. They keep that bet control. They keep it going. It's good plays there. And then on the next round, Boston, pretty clinical. I mean, they just hold a defense. It was a fast defense. Nothing too crazy. Pretty easy round from them. They were able to hold on. They tied up at 1, and then this is kind of where the Beans show begins. Kind of show you guys how it all unfolds. But Beans, he ends up storming right through mid. You can already see now he's on a 3 spree. Make that a 4 spree. I mean, we should just go on board with a live listening and listen as Beans takes game easy.
He's just trapping the sophomores right now. Sib and Pred cannot get past Beans. He's just staying alive, repositioning. And now he sets up Vivid to take down Pred. No. But what a life right now from Breeze, and he has no time on slowing down. He finds another 2 in the feed. 19-9. Earn yourself a cruise missile. Boston Breach has just turned up to a whole different level.
Oh, Beans is unbelievable.
Oh, my.
The map. Get him off the map. Beans. Jesus. 9 in a row. This is the game. This is the...
Oh, my God.
It's out on 10.
And that's going to be the round for Beans. I mean, there's not really too much to say there. They end up winning that offense because Beans is fucking pissed on them, and they were able to get the B point. Good plays coming in from the Boston Breach, and then we go into the 2-1 round, and it's Beans again who just goes on an absolute tear. I mean, Big Wake was also 15-9. He was able to pick up a streak, and the Boston boys were able to close this one out with Seattle, who get that 8 point. But they were never able to capitalize onto this B point and cap it. Boston do a good job just constantly working kills. They were using their streaks. I mean, they had a lot to work with here as they just stayed alive over towards bedroom. And you can see Beans once again. He's also got a streak in the back pocket. Staying alive, double desk. Kremp was pushed up here. Seattle was losing their lives. I mean, Seattle couldn't get it done in the control. Thought Boston looked good here in the control. Any thoughts on the map 3, guys, before we head into the last and final map of the day?
No, this is a good response from Boston after the disappointment in map 2 to give themselves a chance in this series.
They had a chance here in Seattle, but the streak comes down from Beans. Take a look. Boom.
Yeah.
Peace out. I don't know if there was I don't know if the trophy was broken or if he hit the wall or what, but great plays. 29-13 from Beans. Jesus Christ. 22-13 from Big Wake. Great map out of those guys. Everybody negative on the other side.
Yeah, it's popping off for Boston on the other side. Dante, rough one. Pred, rough one. But for Seattle, Tom, they pulled up to the next map, Fortress. And, we talk a lot about this. We talk about this map. Seattle's been really good. They've been good at the start. This was a pretty mixy one. But, Tom, some of your biggest pet peeves about how people make mistakes on Fortress definitely happened in this one.
Yeah, I mean, people are just fucking too slow to rotate. I mean, first of all, great play from Beans off the bat. I mean, right off the rip of the map, he's 6-0. I mean, after the first hill, he's already got a cruise missile, 7-0 now. I mean, Beans was just really kicking up here in the last couple maps for Boston, so definitely got to give him his props. But I didn't like this play at all from Boston. Let's take a look here. P3 rotation. You see Reese, he's already there at 20 seconds. He knows it's a money hill. Reese Vivid is too smart for that. He's too smart. But Boston just keeps pushing old. Like, Beans, there's 12 seconds left on that. Then they start getting the cubby spawn, right? Because they push 12 seconds. Now, look, Seattle pushes front. Boston spawns out. And now Boston, bro, I don't give a fuck if Beans gets that 12 seconds. Who cares? You just absolutely, now you're fighting. This is a money hill. P3 is a money hill. There's certain hills, and Slay it, you know this, Pat. There's certain hills where you could just lock down full 60s. And there's certain hills where you have that leeway to play scrap time. You have that leeway to push the scrap, push 15 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, P5 to P1 on Embassy, they're right next to each other. Like, you could keep pushing scrap on that. You could keep getting active on that, right? Certain hills, Slayer, you got to stay disciplined. You have to.
It's the money hills, right? That's what it came. That's how it came out, right? That's what we decided what a money hill was.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't make those mistakes on those hills. They're too important.
Agreed. So that kind of just pissed me off because Reese, it just made me mad because Reese was there for like 30 seconds, like 25 seconds, because like he was just aware of it. And then he ended up getting just finessed on P3. Like he couldn't do anything because all his teammates pushed old and died around him. But then as we go into the second rotation, I mean, it was definitely a pretty back and forth map. It was basically tied as we head into the second set. And this is where some of the breaks start getting crazy. Seattle, pretty back and forth here. We go into a P2. Again, pretty mixy, pretty back and forth. It was the P3 again, where I thought Boston had a really good break here. You see Seattle, they're set up. I don't know if there's anything that you think Seattle could have done differently here, but Mac does a good job. He's able to find one, and then he's also trying to just stay alive. I mean, he ends up trying to dive through maps. He goes down. I believe he gets a map spawn, but definitely got to give Boston their props here on the P3. I thought they worked a pretty good break here. I liked how they used their numbers over by the gate side. You can see it was Kremp and Big Wake that just kind of ran right through gate, and they used their teamwork and their trades. They actually did something together there, and I thought it was a great break from them because this could have got away from them quickly if they didn't break this hill, because this could have been a full 60 for Seattle. Lamar was actually doing a pretty good job just soaking some of his time and staying alive. They actually got about half of this point before Boston was actually able to break on in and get some of this time. So you can kind of see how this map was just going back and forth. And then as we get over towards the end, the last P5, I just don't know what Boston was doing here. I mean, they do a good job holding the P5. Like, they do a good job picking up on people pinching. They do a good job pinning Seattle.
They get some good P2 spawns, too, to try and stay alive in this. But to your point, you're about to get to, like, they control the P1, right?
Well, they don't rotate over. They don't move over. It's like, I don't know if they realize, but Seattle Surge only need 3 kills. And first of all, great heads-up play for Mac. Take a look at Mac here, number 5, right? Ends up going up top and diving out of mid. Him just getting out here is so big for Seattle. He's able to get out of the spawn. And look at Boston. Wait, guys. What are y'all pre-aiming?
Microphone activated.
Bullshit.
Microphone activated.
Why are they pre-aiming here? What are they doing here? Like, they got to get over,
I mean,
bro.
You almost want to ditch the fucking time and hill to begin with as well, because it doesn't matter about those 3 seconds. You need to get here insta and try and prevent them getting 250.
As soon as it hits 3 seconds here, and your teammate, look at where number 2 spawned. Bro,
they all didn't take it off.
Bro, they just waited too long. Bro, Seattle literally won this map, but before Boston could even get there, like, they weren't even there. They ended up they panicked. They ended up team killing each other. Bro, they had that. Like, Boston had this.
Quit on themselves.
They had it.
Well, it's like the way it sets up is, like, for example, if the guy in hill hits map quick, he's gonna actually shoot a bunch of guys in the back and maybe make this play. Number 4 and number 3 can square up with the guys middle map on, like, the truck cross. Instead, it's kind of hold irons because they're trying to soak the rest of this time. Beans dies in Cubby, and then it's chalk to this point, because even though Seattle's getting those gate spawns, they're basically set up for new, and they just need 3 seconds.
Yeah, they just didn't keep him pinned. And even when the guy dies, like this number 2 player, Beans, right? He dies, he sees them all. Like, bro, these guys got to rotate. Beans saw at least 2 or 3 players there, for sure. But look, Beans challenges, right? Mac dives out. I don't think he sees Mac. So he sees one, maybe 2, maybe number 8. Maybe he sees these guys. But number 2, number 8, he knows as soon as he dies, he knows that gate's wide open. I mean, these guys need to try and rotate over a little bit quicker. But it was a good heads-up play from Seattle. They use their numbers. They get aggressive. And they were able to use their numbers and break out of the spawn trap. I mean, they were in the spawn trap right here. Boston just lets them out of it. Also, was Beans lagging here off spawn? Look at number 2. Look at how look what happens when he comes off spawn. So he dies. He comes off spawn here. Boom. Right? He ends up, like, stopping in his place. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Then he ends up turning to look behind him. Boom. Right? Now he's turning to look behind him. Was he lagging? And then he just randomly, then he goes to pick it up. He's too late. He dies. Was he lagging there? That looked a little weird, no?
That definitely looked weird.
That looked weird.
I don't know.
That looked weird,
I don't know if anyone from Boston's in the chat, or if anyone from Boston watches this show afterwards, like, DM us. I'm very curious if he, like,
no, I
this
know.
looked really weird with the frame rate on it. I don't know if he's lagging or just a weird codcaster bug.
He's blocking,
We've
brother.
seen
It's
that
the
before on
P5 hill.
Augusta.
It's dome spawns and P2 spawns. He's not blocking shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not blocking nothing. Now when it pops to a P1, somebody needs to be back here blocking while somebody's in hill. You know, somebody needs to be back here watching crawls while he's in it. Like the P5 hill was still popped. But I don't know what the fuck. Nah, it looked like he was, bro. I don't know. That was weird, bro.
It does kind of look like he was lagging. So that's why I'm very curious if maybe he was. I mean, that really sucks if he lagged at the end of the game. I don't know what you're supposed to do about
I'm not
that.
too sure, but definitely great heads up play to Seattle to use their numbers, get out of the gate. I love the play from Mac to just dive the fuck out of there and just get out of there. Everybody negative from Seattle except for Pred, who's 30 and 18. What a map here from Pred, Mr. AG. I mean, we know he's a superstar player for these guys. He went absolutely crazy.
This was a bounty, right?
They were all bounties today. Every single match was a bounty match today. Every single match was for 10 grand.
I think what Breaking Point did for fantasy was because it was bounty, you got double the amount of points on your team captain.
Mm-hmm.
And Pred's my team captain in fantasy. Tom,
Ooh,
so you know,
he's doing you well.
I
had Shotzi today too, so I think I was eating good.
And then we can take a look here at next Friday's matches. Obviously, next Friday I will be in Jersey. I'll be doing the next week's episodes in Jersey, and then followed by that we'll be in Toronto.
Basement stream from Tom.
Yeah, I'll be back in the basement. I'm going to visit some family over in Jersey, so I'm excited to go see everybody. But
is that love sack still in your basement?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah,
that love sack is comfy, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people know I like to go crazy in Jersey, so I'll be in Jersey. We'll be having some fun. We start things off next week. We got London versus Florida, Minnesota versus LA Thieves, and we got New York versus Seattle. So we got some big matches, man. A lot of these teams are on the cusp of champs, so they really got to get some W's here. We got London versus Florida up first. I'm going to go with Florida in this one. I'm going to go 3-1 Florida. I think Florida they've showed some signs of life at times, where London, they just seem like they're just kind of, they're just really going through it right now. Ben, who do you got?
Sorry for the yawn. I got Florida.
It's been a long day, Ben.
3-0. Florida actually looked outside the absolute toss fest in their first series. Like, they actually look good this weekend. I think that London are probably 1 foot in Mexico at this point in Cancun, so I think Florida got it done.
All right, Slay, what do you got, Slay?
I'm gonna go with the Royal Ravens, Tom, in a 3-2.
Ooh, you're going Royal Ravens in this one.
And I need to see a nasty masterclass just to keep my fantasy alive.
All righty, we got Rokkr going up against LA Thieves. I'm gonna go with the LA Thieves in this one. I just think Rokkr have really struggled online. I mean, both. To be honest, both these teams have been struggling a little bit, but I definitely think LA Thieves is the better team here. So I'm gonna go LA Thieves 3-1 in this one as well. I'll go 3-1 again. Ben, who do you got?
I don't like this matchup for Rokkr. I could see them taking one map because Thieves look a little bit iffy. And I saw a good tweet. We talk about good coach tweets. I saw a really good coach tweet from Shane this weekend, basically saying, like, they obviously didn't play good this weekend, but he felt like they had really good team discussions afterwards, and they feel like they're going to progress further using those conversations. I don't see Thieves losing to Rokkr in this series. I got Thieves taking a 3-1.
All right, Slay, who do you got?
Yeah, I got a Thieves bounce back here as well. I just don't think Rocker's good enough, and I'm still on the Vegas clutching up and qualifying over the Rokkr for champs.
All right, and then we got the New York Subliners going up against Seattle Surge. I think these teams are pretty even right now. I think New York will level them out in the S&D. I can see this going to a map 5. I can see this being a Gruliver series. Not really too sure what to expect from both these teams sometimes, but I think New York will edge them out here. I'll go 3-2 New York. Ben, who do you got?
I'm not really sure on this one.
I don't know either. This one's hard.
I think if I remember correctly, and I'm looking it up, Seattle's kind of had New York's number this season. So maybe based on that, I'll go with Seattle. You might see this prediction change on the breaking point because I need some time to think about it. Huh? I'll say Seattle last map against New York.
All right, Slay, who do you got? He's pondering.
You're 3-0, Tom.
Ooh, 3-0 New York, huh? 3-0 New York.
It's going to be a dagger. It's going to be a dagger.
All right, now it is time for me to sink the 3-point shot. I got to sink this shot, bro.
Yeah, you got to sink the shots. Unlike the Sixers today, they let Tatum get 51 on their forehead. Guys, make sure you get your predictions in the chat. Tom's going to walk out there like McGregor. I don't know why he continues do this walk. It looks super cringe, but maybe I shouldn't roast. He's probably going to make this. We got Chris's hidden talking shit in the chat. He might be looking stupid here in a second. Tommy walks out to the 3-point line. We're going to see the step back. That is Tom's favorite shot. He lines up and it rims out. It was a good try. and he kicks the ball. Kicks it again. Kicks it again. Slaps the ball. He's having an absolute tantrum right now on the court.
You think he makes this one?
If there was a ref here, he would have gotten a technical. He tries again, and it's in and out. That is tough. Tough for Tom. It's all good.
How am I sinking him during the watch parties? I can't sink him during the flank, bro.
Now you know how I feel with the putts, Tom.
Man, I'm so mad at myself. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
Shit. One day I'm gonna sink it on the flank. One day,
Bro,
I'd be sinking him, but for some reason I'm just like I can't hit. I don't know. Maybe Slay, you think I'm getting shooken up or something during the flank? What's going on?
No, Tom. You're just like Optic in the grand finals.
Ah, man.
That's
Slay,
not
what
right,
the
Pat. That's not
what
right.
the fuck? You know what I mean? But,
Before I get in trouble, Tom.
man, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I'll hit one eventually, but listen, guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode. You guys have been absolutely incredible all weekend long in the watch parties over on YouTube. You guys have been absolutely insane. Guys, as always, today's flank episode is presented by the Xfinity 10G Network, so I want to give a huge shout out to them. You know, it doesn't matter if you're gaming, streaming, competing, whatever it is. Their 10G network has a faster connection with less interruption. Definitely want to show some love over to Xfinity because they've been obviously joining us here on the flank. So it's been an absolute pleasure to work with them. And as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube at anchor.fm/theflank. To check out all the audio sites that we've been on. Go follow at the flank on Twitter. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials. Make sure to go check out Stanleys.club. We actually might have a new drop coming soon for the Toronto Ultra Major. So make sure to stay tuned for that one. And then as always, man, take care, brush your hair, and we'll see you guys next week, man. We'll see you guys. I don't know. We might run an episode during the week. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But just make sure you're following the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel and everything, and you guys will be kept up to date with everything. So just thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, and you guys have a phenomenal, fantastic night. Good night, guys. Peace out.
Peace.